green light to come on here. We are ready to go. Hey guys, how you going? So today on BKR Sport, we are here for some A-League action. I'm very much excited for this because we haven't been able to do the A-League in literally a week. Obviously, I got out of quarantine on a Wednesday, and I've basically been just settling down and getting back into reality, basically, for the last couple of days. And obviously, we had a few troubles on Friday night with the stream, but that's all sorted, hopefully. But yeah, today, guys, we've got the Wellington Phoenix going up against the Central Coast Mariners. Now, these two teams actually played earlier in the season. It's actually quite an interesting game, that one. But obviously, Wellington came through in the end 2-1. I think the Mariners were obviously the better team there. But like I said, it was a 2-1 win to Wellington. So we'll see if they can do it again today. It's a beautiful day down there in Wollongong. The Mariners, obviously, they're flying this season. You know, they're exceeding expectations greatly at the moment. You know, you go have a look at their, well, yeah, so it was 2-1, and the last time they played in 2020 was a Wellington 3-1 win. Actually, Mariners haven't beaten Wellington, gee whiz, since 2018 at Blue Tongue Stadium. Was a 1-0 there. So, look, I'm going to take a prediction here, and it's a bit hard because obviously we all know, what's this? They've got bloody people on the actual field. What's this bloody going on? Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Ah, shit. Well, look at me, buddy. Do I look like I'm having Valentine's Day? Happy Valentine's to everyone out there. You guys are currently my Valentines. But yeah, 2018 was the last time the Wellington lost to the Mariners, so that should be very interesting. But that's really cool how they've got them set up on the field. But surely someone's going to get whacked with the ball here today. Someone's going to get whacked with the ball. There's no doubt about it. There's got to be buddy single ole, 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 single ole, ole, ole. This is what we've come to, lads. This is what we've come to. But yeah, beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful day. Now, obviously, let's go have a look at the previous games for the Mariners. They won 3-2 against Western United last week, which was just absolutely phenomenal. We all know that one. They came back twice in that one to actually take the win there. Alu Kual obviously came on late on and really helped them get over the line. In the other games, they've also played with actually, it was only 2 games ago they played Wellington. Jeez, it was only 2 weeks ago. This whole season is messed up, guys, so do forgive me. Because there's a lot of things going on at all different times. Obviously, we were meant to do both streams yesterday between Sydney FC and Western United and Melbourne City, and I was meant to be at the Melbourne City versus Wanderers game, but obviously that got postponed as well. So postponed. Everything's always bloody postponed. Wellington, on the other hand, they're coming off a 2-1 loss to Sydney FC, but realistically, they lost that one by more than 2-1. They lost it basically by 2-0. It was a late goal that kept that one in close. PS4C Champion says, hello, Mariners should hopefully win. Look, I don't know how to call this one today. I think it's a very difficult match to predict this one. I personally think that Wellington have the better team, but I think that Mariners obviously overall this year have looked very solid. I kind of am just waiting for them to collapse again. However, for me, I think that I'm going to go with a draw here because I think both of them are going to be able to equal each other out. I think if anyone's going to win, it's going to be a last 5 minutes, just like the last game was. I think the Mariners, they've got such a strong defense. Tong Yik, Negro, Rolls, Clisby. Are we still on? Yeah, we are still on. Sorry, that just randomly closed. Tongic has been fantastic this year, and I just don't see many goals in this game, but we all know that with this league, there is actually quite a few goals that's happening lately, so very difficult match to predict. I'm going to go 1-1, but it could easily be 2-1, and it could honestly be either team. I don't think I can rest easy saying that one team will 100% win this. Obviously, Simon and Arena are up front today for the Mariners, and Kual will come off the bench, which is what he did against West United. And I think that's the best thing for them. I think that Simon and Arena are really good up front, working together, and then obviously bring on Kual for a little bit of a boom in your face kind of action with 20 minutes to go, 30 minutes to go. Pattercat says, since Mariners beat Wellington last, Mariners went almost a year without a win, did the Wooden Spoon 3-peat, and Wellington made the finals twice. Wowee. Yeah, wowie. That is since the last time the Mariners beat Wellington. That is outrageous. Gee whiz. The Gunner says, those people having a picnic in the corner is the dumbest thing ever. That's what I was saying before. I was like, look, it's cool. I would love it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd love it. But I'd also be expecting a ball right to my face at some point. An absolute rocket from a buddy, from a Devilla. Or buddy, an absolute rocket from Devilla just going straight for goal. But then, wait a second, boom, off into the corner. Like, it's going to happen. We all know it's going to damn well happen. The Master says, "Que onda?" I shouldn't read that stuff out because it could be honestly anything in another language, and I just buddy say it half the time. I'm trying to be respectful because obviously we do get a lot of Indonesians on here. We do get a lot of Brazilians and Mexicans who, especially today actually, because I know. No, Davi is Mexican. Yeah, Davi is Mexican. I was trying to think because obviously there was a massive Mexican group that actually went and supported him down at the Sydney FC game. But the game is about to get started here, guys. Let me know your predictions in the chat. I am going with 1-1, but very difficult game to predict, lads. Very, very difficult game to predict. And don't forget, smack the thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new around here. Kurt says Wellington 2-0 Blaze. That's actually, yeah, look, I wouldn't be surprised, but I still think the Central Coast Mariners are better than a nil right now. And I do think that, people are overall underestimating the Mariners, like I am, everyone is, because we're obviously so used to this team being absolute dog shit for the last, 2, 5, 10 years. So there's the problem there. Captain OKZ says, first half goal, that's all I ask. Well, you're having a cheeky little bet. Boom, boom. There you go. The guy says, why didn't you vlog the MacArthur vs Adelaide game? I wasn't actually doing that one. I changed it. I changed it so that I could do the fight night. Obviously, the last little week has been messed up for me because I just got out of quarantine on Wednesday. But I changed it so that I was doing the Western Sydney Wanderers vs Melbourne City game last night. But that got postponed. Now, I was meant to do the fight night I was meant to do the fight night on Friday night. But then my computer messed up and I couldn't. Then I decided to do the Nick Kyrgios versus Dominic TM. Computer messed up, couldn't do anything. So I haven't been able to vlog at all this weekend, and I haven't been able to stream. This is my first stream since, I think, Monday or something like that. Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. Brisbane Roar vs Macarthur. Jeez, let's get that out of our minds immediately. Alrighty, so the game has started here, guys. 40 seconds in, and Wellington now have the ball, and they're going to boot this one away. But yeah, obviously today, guys, we will be showing the Brisbane Roar versus Newcastle Jets game right after. You guys know me. Love me Roar, baby. Love me Roar. We need a bounce back, and we need a bounce back damn well fast. Eddie Leo says, hi, you back? I am back, son. It's good. The internet here is fantastic where I am. We've got NBN now, so when I used to be here, I don't know if you guys watched the AFL Grand Final stream I did a couple of years back, but it was not good. It was not good for streaming, but this, obviously, is fantastical. Fantastical. Slippin' Sandler says, I didn't really like Fight Night. Another reason why I didn't do it, I thought it was a bit of a scam. It wasn't like, if you had like a Darcy Lussick versus Nelson Asafa Salamona, people would have watched it a lot more so. People would have enjoyed it. You would have had a Polo versus Papali, people would have really watched it. But it's just no one really cares about the X-Stars, you know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to them, but like, look, I love Benny Hannett, great guy, nice guy, but I'm sorry, he's not a big draw card against Papali. Maybe back in his prime, yes, but not so much nowadays for me. Scott Langridge says, Nick's 2-0 win. I don't know. I think Mariners, I'm starting to believe in what they're doing. I'm starting to believe in the process with this team. I'm starting to actually think, wait a second. You know what I mean? Let's stop mixing them around and let's start believing in what they're actually putting on for product. Like, oh, hold on, here we go. Wellington here. Chance, no, Mariners defense will whip that little bad boy right out of there. I'm starting to believe in what they're doing and starting to believe in the process of kind of how they go. Because, look, I didn't believe in them multiple times in that Western United game. They kept coming back and, they kept, and they got the win in the end 3-2. And that's a corner. That's a corner for the Wellington Phoenix. Soccer fan 1899 says the FFA Cup has started again on Queensland. Just so you know, yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw that on the. I was looking for the A League highlights because I didn't really get to watch too much of the Macarthur versus Adelaide game, and obviously that was just shithouse weather. That's another reason I didn't go. By the way, that was horrific weather on Friday here in Sydney. But I was looking and I saw the FFA Cup, and it's still called the FFA Cup. It's not bloody Australia Cup or whatever everyone was talking about. It's still called the FFA Cup right now. But 3 minutes in here, guys, and it's going to be a Wellington corner here. They're going to whip this little bad boy in here. Let's see what they can do. Mariners can easily get that one away. That was near side post, and that's going to go straight out for a throw-in. CK Vibe says, do you know if Nashrin is playing today? Hold on. I'm going to have a look at the lineups so I can tell you guys. I didn't even read out the lineups before. Give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to read out the lineups here for today's game. So we're 3 minutes 22 by the way. So the field for Wellington, guys, we have Ball and DeVere up front with Lewis, Piscopo, Rufa and Redenton in the midfield, with McGarry, Laws, DeVere and Payne in the back line, and then Marinovic as the keeper. For the Mariners, they have Stensnes, Janota, Bozanic, De Silva in the midfield. They've got Simon and Arena up front. Wellington here with a chance here, though. It's going to be corner again. With Glisby, Rowles, Tongyik and Negro in the back line, and Berguti comes off from the goalkeeper. Ali Mohammed says Liverpool lost to Leicester. Oh my gosh, buddy. That was my Valentine's Day present right there. My friend. So 4 minutes gone here, and we absolutely walloped the Yids too. Probably shouldn't say that nickname on here, but nice little header there from Wellington, but it will come away. Yeah, we'll come away here for him still at the edge of the box out of the left-hand side. Whips it in, chance here. Oh, easy save there by Guilty though. But no, we got an absolute walloping over the Spurs. And obviously Liverpool lost their game too, so chase us if you can. You can't catch us, na 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 na. AJ says it will still be called the FFA Cup because the FFA still own all the NPL comps. So there you go, that's fine. Even though they don't really know how to run an organisation, it's fine. We'll deal with it for now. So 5 minutes gone here, guys. I don't even know why I haven't got this on the big screen. Get this on the big screen, baby. I don't know why I don't have this on the big screen. Alrighty, so is it windy outside? It's bloody hot in here. I need a fan. I'll get a fan in the next couple of days. Alright. So I think obviously the best starters to this game have been Wellington. They haven't ever won a game when they're the home team, by the way, which is another reason why I didn't like to tip them in today's game. They've never won a game when they've been the home team in Australia. It's Austin Stairs' score prediction. My score prediction is 1-1. I just don't know if either of these teams are going to be able to find that killer blow. I think if anyone does win, it is Wellington, but in the same sense, like I said, I've been not believing in this team, this Mariners team, for a long time now. They're just consistently getting the job done. So as much as I say Wellington probably are more likely to get the win, there is no way that you can back it in just now, especially with how Wellington have been playing too. They had a lot of shots. They had a ridiculous amount of shots against Sydney FC. Ooh, Mariners here away to Silva. De Silva gets it down here to Matty Simon. Oh, look how lanky Matty Simon is. Look at this. Look at this. De Vere and Matty Simon. That's a free kick for sure for Mariners. Free kick for sure. Oh, wow. It's no foul. He's going to say handball against Matty Simon there. Oh, wow. That's an interesting call. That's a very, very interesting call there. No, I'm surprised there. I'm pretty certain that was a foul. I'm pretty sure he should have gotten a foul there. Alright, so let's have a look at this. That's a foul. That's 100% a foul. I don't know what's going on there. It's Austin Siswell Bulldogs make the final in 2022. 2022, I love. Oh my god, buddy. Hello, son. I love that you're a Bulldogs fan. I don't know if you're a Bulldogs fan, but I love that you've said 2022 and not 2021. Because too many Bulldogs fans are overrating their chances this year, unfortunately. Kalai Selvan says score 2-3. 2-3. Oh, gee whiz. That's a high scoring game for these two teams. Well, maybe not for Wellington, but for Mariners. I know Mariners won 3-2 last week. I know they did win last week. 3-2 over Western United, but it's a bit of a different team there. Western United. Charlie Johnson says hello from New Zealand. Hello, champion. How you doing? How are you feeling about Wellington this year? Obviously, I think that Wellington have built a reputation for themselves the last couple of years, and they've started to look pretty good, but we all know about the troubles this year, and we all know that, unfortunately, they're probably not going to have as good a year as you probably would have hoped. I did believe they were going to miss the finals, and I still believe they're going to miss the finals, just because I think that all the teams, home ground advantage is so important. Even if you don't actually have a crowd there, and if it's a lot, it's less. It's just so important. Just to be home and in your own bed, and Wellington never get to experience that this season. And even if things were okay, they still wouldn't find a way. But Wellington here with a chance. Going down the left-hand side here. Wellington here. Inside the box. Here he goes. That's a great ball there. Great ball. Oh, corner. Jeez, another corner. 3 corners already for Wellington. 3 corners already. Charlie Johnson says, Hooper, Taylor, and Kakachi are huge losses, mate. Big, 100%. There's a lot of losses that Wellington have had, but also it does come down. I think that Wellington, if they get home games this year, they would have made the finals. I don't think you could take away their finals abilities based on the fact that they've still got a quality damn well team, man. They've still got a quality team. De Villa, obviously, we saw him last week. The thing is that there's no connection between the midfield and the forward line at the moment for me. It just doesn't connect. But chance here for Wellington from the corner, and that's going to be whipped away there by Matty Simon. Gee whiz, the big man in the middle. And De Villa here with the ball. De Villa here, he's onside, whips it in, and nearly chance, but that will go out for a goal kick. So yeah, I think that Wellington probably would have made finals if they had their home games this year, but unfortunately, as we all know, the pandemic has prevented that. And I think even if Scotty Morrison hadn't have, taken away the free flying between Australia and New Zealand, I think it's pretty much set in stone now as well, regardless. Jacob Chard says, we lose too many players, plus no home games. It's sad to hear the Aussie fans cheering for the other teams at our home games. Man, I'm a Gold Coast Titans fan, and we get home games, and I've always heard the away fans out cheering us, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. But yeah, 100%, man. You guys are spot on. And that's why I really feel bad for Wellington this year, because they're fighting a losing battle for me. They're really fighting a losing battle, and especially with a lot of, I guess, the casual fans believing too highly in what they're kind of meant to be putting on offer this year. I think that, us fans of the sport, let alone Wellington fans themselves, understand what's going into it. But unfortunately, the public masses who get behind a team because they're doing well, or they critique them really severely because they're not doing well. So that's unfortunately the losing battle that Wellington are facing this year, because I have seen a lot of public criticism from them, from people who don't watch every single game. But here we go, Mariners here, De Silva. He's been good this year, De Silva. A little bit outside of Matty Simon, back to De Silva. De Silva outside the box. Gets it, get out of the wing, get out of the wing, get out of the wing. Oh, that's a nice little ball there. Nice defense though from Wellington, and they will boot that one away. So 10 minutes gone here, guys. And it is still 0-0. Wellington have started off the better, but most teams start off the better against the Mariners, and they still find a way. And Clisby down the left-hand side here. But hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here, because we do every single damn LA League game we can. Chance here for Mariners, but that was horrific. And see, there we go. That's the first little warning sign for those people in the damn well corner. He's taken the shot, and it's gone out for a throw-in. That tells you that there's going to be a ball that goes right into this man's damn well face who's eating bloody olives in the corner. Buddy, gee whiz. How can you even really see what's going on there too? Like, at least if you're above the first row, you can kind of see somewhat downwards, and there's a little bit of an angle. But like, how do you see when you're literally sitting down on the grass, basically lying down, and the players are towering over, and you got the whole... I don't get it. I don't get how that could be actually good. I guess it feels cool to be on the stadium and on the ground, but not for me, man. Not for me. Chockstar says, hi, hello Chockstar, how you doing, champion? It's Austin says, will MacArthur make top 4? Looking the goods right now, mate. They're looking the goods right now. I obviously do my power rankings every single Wednesday, and it's tough. It's tough for me to put them in top 4 if Mariners win this. And if the Mariners lose this, it's like, have they really proven enough for MacArthur to jump them? But, Perth don't play this week, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, and it's so hard. The power rankings this year, I guess, is so pivotal, actually, because it's so different to normal years where teams would play week after week after week, so you'd have a pretty good understanding of just the general table. But power rankings this year is so much better because, obviously, there are so many teams that are affected by the pandemic. Look at Sydney FC going down to Victoria, and they can't play into their games until a week and a half later. Their next game is actually against the Brisbane Roar, who I'll be at that game, vlogging that game next week, guys. Obviously Wanderers had their game cancelled. Melbourne City, I don't even know. That was a stupid move there by Melbourne City, to be honest with you. But hold on, here we go. Wellington here down the wing. Cut in. No, don't go under the outside there. What you bloody doing, Chambone? What you bloody doing? But they're going to be... Oh, that's a terrible ball in. And Mariners will get this ball away. Charlie Johnson says, I'm an Everton fan. Where do you think we will finish? I think Everton, they're basically in the top 4 right now because they're 2 games behind, I think. And obviously Liverpool are... You'd love this just as much as I do. Liverpool are being Liverpool right now. So, they're going back to where they kind of were before this little frenzy that they've had in the last couple of years. But I still think Everton won't finish top 4. I don't think they're good enough to finish top 4, but I think they'll have a very successful season in coming 5, 6, and I'd probably say 5. And I think that they're really looking the goods, to be honest with you, overall. But they're still not at the... Oh, chance here for Mariners, but that was a nice stop there from Devere. I think that Everton overall are a pretty good team, and I called it pre-season. I think I called them 6th, and I wanted to put them 5th, but I think I put United in 5th. But United can suck once, so let's not talk about that piece of shit team. Brian says, I was happy with Leicester's performance last night. I think everyone was happy with Leicester's performance last night, my man. Like I said, that was my Valentine's Day present right there, baby. That was my Valentine's present right there. If anyone's a Liverpool fan here, it's all about banter, but... Catch us if you can, baby. Catch us if you can. It's Austin says, who is better, Everton or Aston Villa? Well, that's a ridiculous question, my man. Well, you both know that Everton is better than Aston Villa. So 13 minutes gone here, still 0-0. Not many great chances. I don't think there's been actually a really good, solid opportunity yet for either team. Obviously, Wellington have had 3 corners and they've had the better opportunities, but we saw last week against Sydney FC, they literally had triple or quadruple the amount of shots that Sydney FC had and lost the game 2-1 and really should have lost 2-0. So, just because Wellington are attacking more and looking the better overall doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting great opportunities. But then again, last week they did get great opportunities. That's the thing. Korokoro says the Spurs going on free fall. Spurs the biggest bottle chops in history! Oh, it goes over the top of the bar from Clisby. And that will be a goal kick here for Wellington. But at least Mariners Knocking on the door, mate. Knocking on the door. Oh, the good old bottle job Spurs, eh? Living up to their name of bottle jobs. Unfortunately, the old Spurs, we all... well, not unfortunately. They're, they're a big bottle job team. That's why when at the beginning of the season, everyone was like, oh, look at Tottenham go. I'm like, man, I've been watching this league for, 18 years now, 19 years. They'll fall away. Don't you worry. They always do. Their best chance was 2016. And guess what? They fell away and let Leicester win that one. All the big teams had an off year that year. And that was finally Tottenham's chance. It was finally Tottenham's chance. And they still fell away. It was cracker. But, unfortunately, Mourinho's tactics is very opposite Tottenham. Very, very opposite Tottenham. So that's never going to work out for me. I never thought that'd work out. He was playing Harry Kane as a defensive midfielder basically last year. It's just stupid. So unfortunately, Mourinho's just not the guy for them. And people overrate Mourinho based on his previous successes, but don't realise that his tactics are so polar opposite to how Tottenham have played for the last ever. All right, so here we go. They're moving down the wing here for the Mariners. Chance here. De Silva gets it down. It's going to whip it in. Matty Simon over the top. Oh, good stop there. Very good stop there by Marinovic to boot that one away. To, just get his hands on top of it and push it away because Matty Simon was there waiting for the header. Very congested area though. Matty Simon! Oh, save again by Marinovic. Right at the keeper, but still a strong save. Right at the keeper, but still a very strong save there. So Wellington here. Piscopo breaking down the left-hand side. Marinovic with a couple of nice little saves there to prevent the Mariners from getting something down. Isaac Ventwell says, have you heard of the new Europa Conference League? It's the new third-tier European Football League. If you have, what is your opinion on it? Haven't really done too much research on it because my team doesn't really get affected too much by that. But, the more competitions that can help the lower teams, improve their teams, the better. But in the same sense, people forget, like, for example, like West Ham fans or Villa fans, they're like, oh, I'd love to get the Europa League this year. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because next year that would screw you completely. You want to be focusing on growing your team first before going into those big-time tournaments that will obviously, hamper you down the line. You know what I mean? Like, they'll give you extra games to prepare for. They'll give you extra games to play, and you don't have the depth like your Man Cities and your Chelseas and your Liverpools and your Arsenals and Even Leicester is still struggling in that sense too, for me. I think in that sense too, Leicester is still kind of what I would call a bit of a struggle team in regards to the Champions League because they're still building their team based off that 2016 success. So the worst possible thing is to see West Ham and Aston Villa actually get a possible spot like that. We saw that with Newcastle back in 11-12, I think, as well. And then obviously we saw them get relegated in a couple of years after that because they just didn't have the depth and they really struggled the year after. They could have actually got relegated the next year. They came top 4 or top 5. I think they came 5th. I think they came 5th and Arsenal came 4th that year. Yeah, that was the year that obviously we won the title with the Aguero. But, yeah, these teams don't really understand. They don't really understand that you need a lot more depth and you need the significant capacity to be able to bring more people in and players in under under your wage bill that can compete as well. But Wellington here. Oh, stupid pass. Cora says, who's more likely to score, Knicks or Mariners? Right now, I'd say... This second, I'd say Mariners. Over the top, no, I go straight to Marinovic. Mariners have had the better opportunities. They, obviously, like I said, like literally 5 minutes ago, the Knicks had the more opportunities, but they weren't great. But the Mariners, they've only had a couple of opportunities now, and they could have definitely scored through Matty Simon twice, where Marinovic got the good save. SV509 says, surely this is a high-scoring game if both teams take their opportunities. I don't think it's a high-scoring game. I don't think either of these teams are really high-scoring teams. I think Wellington maybe last year or the last couple of years, but not so much now. Not so much now with the loss of their players, and they're rejigging obviously the format. So playing in Wellington, and like I said, they've never won a home game in Wellington. So you got to take this into account. Sorry, they've never won a home game when it's in Australia. So you got to take that into account. Ali Muhammad says, which team do you think will win Brisbane versus Newcastle Jets? I'm a Raw fan, man, so I might be a little bit biased here, but in the same sense, I try to remove bias when I'm talking about this kind of stuff. But I do think that we bounce back, yeah. I think the Raw, obviously, they were arguably the better team against MacArthur, but obviously just lost due to the negative game style of MacArthur, and they snuck a goal late on, and they put it away. The only time I've seen Brisbane Raw actually get outplayed this year for me was actually against Newcastle Jets when they won 2-1, as in the Raw won 2-1, and we got outplayed completely by the Jets. So we played the Jets tonight, so that could see how that goes. But this one is at Redcliffe, so this is a home game for Brisbane rather than a home game for the Newcastle Jets. So it will be interesting because they are coming off a 1-0 win over City, but a 1-0 win over City doesn't really hold too much weight as we currently speak. Normally it would, but not as we currently speak. Not as we currently speak. So 19 minutes gone here, guys. Still a 0-0. Clisby with the ball. Beautiful day in Wollongong. Gee whiz, I love this stadium, man. I just love this Stanwell Stadium. You know, you look out over the ocean out there and it's just unreal. Just unreal. Not too heavy waves out there, though. Just a bit choppy. A little bit choppy. Little bits of choppy. Kurt, I couldn't care less about United. United can suck. United can suck one. I hate United. United are scumbags. So 20 minutes gone. Don't forget, guys, smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. But this is going to be Clisby here, just outside the box. Inside the box here. It whips it in. It's going to be maybe a corner. Maybe corner. It will be a corner here for the Mariners. Here we go. Corner here for the Mariners. James Anderson's club out. Club in, baby. Nah, he's all right. He'll be fine. Like Liverpool fans should not overestimate and not really understand what this year has been. This is what this year is always going to be for them with no fans. It's very struggle for a team that really utilizes their energy from the fans. Virginia España says easy 0-0 final score. Wouldn't say it's easy. Both teams definitely have enough opportunities to score. Mariners here. Oh, penalty maybe. Maybe penalty. VAR might check this. He was all over him and they kind of did fall down together. Matt Simon did go down, but I'm pretty sure he's called no penalty here, but VAR will have a look at it. Nah, that's all right. No penalty. He goes down, and he does have his arm around him, but Matt Simon has his arm around the Wellington Phoenix player's head, so yeah, it's not going to be. But, very close there, very close. He does go down in the box, but good call there by the referee. Wellington haven't really had an opportunity in a while now. It's been a good 10-15 now. 10-15 since they've last had a little bit of... Actually, no, probably since the 10th minute, they really haven't had a flurry at all. I think that ever since the 10th minute, the Mariners have been more so on top here. The Mariners have definitely got back into this game and probably looked the better in the last 20 minutes. And here we go. Great ball there for the Mariners through the midfield. Get out to the wing here. Chance here. Over the top. No, easy clear away by Devere. Devere's been very good in this game to start with. Martin Bradstreet says, what up, Blaze? Hello, mate. How you doing? Very, very hot here in Sydney right now. S. Austin says, I keep hearing rumours that Atlanta Hawks want to get Zach LaVine in their absolute dreams. And whoever's telling you that rumour, buddy, I'd either turn that news article off, I'd exit the news article, or I would, if it's a friend of yours saying that, then I would probably say to them, stop watching basketball. So 22 minutes gone here, and Matty Simon here with the ball outside the box here for the Mariners. Matty Simon's been very, very energetic to start this game. He's been obviously the guy there. See, look, Urana hasn't really got into it the last couple of games. He really hasn't. Jay King says, I got 60 on Mariners. Reckon they win? I've got a 1-1 draw, to be honest with you, man. I got a 1-1 draw, but right now, they are looking the better in the last 20 minutes, is what I've been saying. Martin Bradstreet says, looking for goals. This is a rather big game for these teams. That's just why I keep saying to people, I don't understand why everyone's got this impression that there's going to be lots of goals here. Mariners have a good defense. I know they've given up a couple of goals recently, but Mariners have a very good defense. And unless he went over 2.5, like obviously the last game between these two was 2-1, but that was a last couple of minutes goal for Wellington on the breakaway. Like, it wasn't really an over game. It just kind of ended up being over in the end. I think Wellington, they went up in the 44th minute or something like that. Mariners equalised maybe like 60th minute or something like that, and then at the end of the game, or it could have been 1-1 at half time maybe, and then with like 3 minutes to go, Wellington put it to bed. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't see a high scoring game here, but that's a free kick Mariners surely. Yeah, free kick. John Landrigan says, hey mate, I'm looking for good luck. Virginia says both teams to score. Let's go. Yeah, well, I've gone both teams to score, like I said. Oh, that's a bad elbow to the back there too by Laws. That's obvious. Like, that was just... Like, why would you think that was ever going to be acceptable? Why would you think that's ever going to be acceptable there? Isaac says, do you reckon Mariners will have a shocker end to the season and not make finals? No, I think that at minimum going to be 5-6. Minimum. I don't think they're going to be competing for the title, but I think they're solid enough. I think they're well-rounded enough to still make the finals, but I think that overall, they're still proving me wrong though. Like, they could easily still be top 3, top 4, but I still think that there are 3-4 teams that are better than them overall. But so far, Mariners have been proving me wrong. Clisby here. Whips it over the top. Good ball, but straight to Marinovic, though. Straight to Marinovic. Martin Bradshaw, I see both teams scoring for sure. I wouldn't actually back in that, though, to be honest with you. I wouldn't necessarily back in that. Like, they both get enough opportunities, but they're both, like, they both don't have absolutely unbelievable attacks. Like, Wellington's attack just doesn't get it going really this year, and Mariners' attack is based on Matty, Simon, and Rayner, who I wouldn't say are the scariest guys you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, they've scored goals recently, but they're just not. Look, I've gone 1-1 to give a couple of goals, but I also wouldn't be surprised with a 0-0. But just because these two teams get the opportunities, but they don't necessarily take them all the time. The only thing is, though, is I think Koala will come on, and I think Koala will get a goal. I really like Koala coming off the bench, and I said this last time. I really like Koala coming off the bench there for the Mariners. So 25 minutes gone here, guys. It is a corner to Wellington from the left-hand side here. Beautiful backdrop. Whips it in. Chance here. Oh, heads it out there. Gets it out there. Still Wellington with the ball here inside the box. I don't know why he's going down there. There's no way you were getting a penalty for that, mate. Wellington here in the box. Whipped it across. It's a nice little ball here. Oh, but it goes out for a goal kick. Goes out for the goal kick. Isaac says, who'd you go from the NRL? I'm from the Gold Coast, mate. I'm a Titans fan. You know the guy on the drums? Last 10 years? Boom. That would be me, except for last year, obviously. And that, unfortunately, goes out for the goal kick. See what I mean, guys? Both teams are getting opportunities, but they can't score. They're scoring here. Piscopo, former Inter Milan youth player. Unfortunately, couldn't. Inter Milan are doing pretty well this year, I believe. I think you guys told me that, actually. After the boss says, hi, BKR. Hello, mate. You didn't have a good bloody game on the Friday night, did you, Mr. Adelaide fan? You know, I just saw your logo. I think you're an Adelaide fan, right? Well, gee whiz, you wouldn't have been having an old nice little Friday night there, pouring down rain, and MacArthur just going absolutely bang. And really, they should have won by a lot more too. Like they should have really won by a lot more, MacArthur. They had so many opportunities. Derbyshire scored a hat-trick. Should have had 6, to be honest with you. Oh, it's bounced away for Wellington. Wellington here. It's bounced away here for Wellington. Mr. Ball has whipped it across. Poor choice. What are you doing? What are you doing? So Piscopo has the ball here, just outside the box. Now inside the box. Maybe penalty. No. He fell over. She fell over, but it will not be. There was close to penalty there, though. Enough, John, please. So 26.5 minutes gone here, and Wellington here with the ball. Yeah, MacArthur, you know, they're starting to become solid, even though I think they won 1-0 over Brisbane, but they didn't play well that game. They just kind of got a couple of goals late on there, unfortunately, for me. So I know how you feel, my man, but 4-0, that's a drubbing, son. That was a drubbing. Oh, nice little ball there by the Mariners. Oh, that's a bad tackle. That's a yellow minimum. Yeah, it's a red. It's gone. He's gone. David Ball's gone. He's gone. That's a red card. That is a bad tackle. That is a horrific tackle, and it is a red card here for Wellington. 27 minutes in here, and Wellington's Ball gets a red card. Wow, David Ball is gone. That was a horrific tackle. Matt Simon still writhing around in pain. Oh, bro, that's a bad tackle, bro. Don't ever. If you're ever watching that kind of shit, don't ever do that in football. Oh, man, that looks painful for Matty Simon. That could easily have been a broken ankle. That could easily have been a broken ankle there. So David Ball will get red card here. I don't know why he's still on the field here. Immediate reaction was red, and that is 100% a red card. Matt Simon's still on the ground here. I really hope he's okay here, because that was a bad tackle, and that could easily have broken his ankle. Isaac said, let's go, 27-minute red, let's go. Yeah, looking good for the Mariners now, but, man, oh, man, that's a bad tackle, bro. And that's his right foot, too. Obviously, he's a right footer, so... Jeez. I don't know why David Ball's complaining about that either. That's an obvious red card there. Oh! Straight up. That's a bad tackle. So, it is 0-0. 29 minutes in here. Wellington now do have the red card. Luckily for them, it's not a defender. Luckily for them, it is an attacker. But in the same sense, how are they going to score now? Not that Ball's been that great this year, but where are they really going to find that scoring talent now with only the 10 men? And they were doing pretty well up front, to be completely honest with you. Domo says, where can we watch it? Unfortunately, due to broadcasting restrictions, man, I can't show the game live. It is illegal, but this is, obviously the live score is right below me, and you can ask whatever questions you want. But 29 minutes in, that is a red card, Wellington. But I watch it on KO. The way I watch it is on KO. But yeah, you can watch it on KO Fox Sports. This is good, by the way. Matty Simon is okay, so his ankle wasn't broken. It could have easily been, but unfortunately for Wellington, they need to also make a sub now. So Laws will come off here for Hudson Wihongi. RC Boss to Central Coast 2, Wellington 2. Can't see it now. Can't see Wellington scoring 2 goals now with a red card, man. Can't see Wellington scoring 2 now with a red card. Oh, every time you look at that, it just goes right under the ankle and he goes bingo. Bango. Jeez. Gee whiz. Scott Langridge says, missed penalty and unfair red card. That's absolutely not an unfair red card. That is a dangerous as tackle, very close to breaking his ankle. That is a red card, and there was no penalty. There's been no penalty so far. For me, anyway. Isaac says, I watch you stream while watching on KO. Yeah, that's exactly what we aim to do here, man. Obviously, it's good if people can watch both, because, that's arguably, you don't want to just sit here watching me talking about it when you can't watch it, but no, it's good to have that. But I'm not too sure about the missed penalty, and I definitely think that was a red card, so I'm not too sure about that one, Mr. Scott, Mr. Langridge. But it is what it is. Mariners here with the ball, and you'd expect to see a lot of this one for the rest of this game. You would expect to see them just hold this damn well position the rest of the game, and just continuously attack. And, that's a free kick maybe, Mariners. No, they're not going to give it to him. Just outside the box here. It's going to come out. No. Nice work there by Wellington to clear that one away. It's going to be a big tough ask for them to sneak this one in, the old Phoenix. They've chucked themselves in it dirty real early here. So 30 minutes gone, guys. Don't forget, smack that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. And Stenson's with the ball now. I think, overall, this game does suit more Kowal than probably Arena. I really don't think Arena suits this team, to be honest with you. I don't really like it. I think Kowal really does dominate up front. And Chansey. No, that's going to go out for a... No, he's going to kick it away there and go out for a throw-in here. I won't even go out for a throw-in, but Mariners will get the ball. Grant Smith says, Aussie. Oi. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Let's get around the Aussies. Even though you're talking about Mariners. I don't know what that Aussie is about, but it is what it is. Captain OKZ says one-way traffic now. You'd assume so, but in the same sense, it will be one-way traffic, but in the same sense, a red card usually means more difficulty to score. It's just because there's a red card, it usually means more difficulty to score, and also the other team usually counters quite well because the other team doesn't really expect them to push forward. So I usually find that it's not as difficult to actually score while you have a red card as people do imagine. Yes, now, if you're countering, that's when you can score. You can't score now when they're just playing the ball around here, from the midfield. They can't use their back line to their forward line or their midfield when just doing a, in-play goal. But when you're talking about countering, that's when you can score a goal as the team with the red card. It's a good ball inside there, but no Phoenix player actually kept going there. And it's going to be Mariners ball here with the silver. No, that's going to be Mariners ball. Sorry, Wellington's ball here. Here we go, outside the box. He's going to have a crack. Oh, it's on target, but it will go straight to keeper. Berkiti saves that little bad boy. Isaac says, honestly, KO is such a good value if you're a sports fan. It is, man. It is. It's really good. As long as you're a rugby league, A-League, as long as you're, I think rugby union's on there too? No, rugby union's on stand now. Rugby league, A-League, AFL, AFL's on KO, yeah. Pretty much everything's on KO. Championship too, as in the English second division. So Wellington with the ball here down the left-hand side. Malcolm says, go Phoenix. You're in a bit of a tough predicament, my friend. They've got a red card. Early days here, 33 minutes in. And inside the box, though, Chansey. Oh, man. Unfortunately, couldn't find De Villa inside the box, and it will come away here for the Mariners. Title punch this high, mate. So, yeah, although I think one-way traffic is definitely something that you could be seeing in this game, I think that Wellington aren't out of it just yet. I think Wellington could still sneak something here. And if Phoenix were to get the 1-0 lead, they would just sit back, and I can't see Mariners scoring. So I can't see this game being a high-scoring game right now. And I think that's proven what I said beforehand. Malcolm said, Phoenix deserve a win. No one deserves nothing. Phoenix couldn't score last week, so they deserve to lose that game. Oh, chance here for Mariners. Oh, it's on target, and Marinovic will stop that one, and it will go straight away. And it's going to be punched away, but what is Marinovic doing there, lad? Lad, what are you doing, son? And that's going to be maybe a goal kick. It will be a goal kick. Nice defense by Wellington. Yeah, no one deserves anything, to be honest with you, man. Like, last week, they deserved to lose that game because they couldn't score and Sydney could. You know, I guess they kind of deserved to win that game against the Mariners, but not really. Mariners was still the better team up there at Central Coast. So, no, I definitely don't think that deserved is the right word. Deserve is the right word there. But this will be a goal kick here for Wellington. It was a very nice opportunity there for the Mariners, though. Very nice little opportunity. Unfortunately, they can't put it away, though. They cannot put this one away. All right, let's get that back up here. Get the comment section back up. Bingo, there we go. So 4 shots each, by the way. I think I would have expected Mariners to have had more, to be honest with you. Over the top of Wellington. Chance here, Wellington. Oh, he's inside the box. Oh, goes out for a corner. Tongic will kick that one out for a corner. But Wellington's still in this game, lads. You know, they have the red card. They're still in this game. Don't you worry, son. Don't give up hope just yet, Wellington fans. You're still in the game. Still having a crack here. Unfortunately, he probably should have taken that on earlier, but at the same sense, very difficult there with Tongic, and I think Rolls was there as well. So corner from the right-hand side here for Wellington. This is where they need to score. If they're going to score, it's either going to be from a counter or it's going to be from a bloody corner. You know, get a bit of roof ahead on this. Huh? Get a bit of roof ahead on this one. So Wellington from the right-hand side. Unfortunately, there's no one at this game, though. It sucks. Whips it in, and that's easily cleared away. That was an absolutely horrific corner there from Wellington. Absolutely horrific corner there from Wellington. My gosh. Got to get a little bit better than that going. So Redemption with the ball here at the halfway point. Nice ball over the top, but Mariners are going to clear that one away. De Silva's. What is he a bloody right back right now for? All right, here we go. Mariners here. There's plenty of space on the left-hand side. They want it. Wellington have basically got all their players back. But in the same sense, there's a chance here. That's a good tackle. That's an unbelievable tackle there. Unbelievable tackle there by the Wellington Phoenix. I take Van Well says, do you reckon Mariners can carry this form through multiple seasons, or do you think they will drop back to the bottom next year? I think they need more than what they've got to compete on a long-term level. But I just don't think their team is that great. I think the people, you know, they're happy for the Mariners because they are proving people wrong and they are doing well right now. But overall, I think they've got a solid team, but not a great team. So I'm just waiting for them to collapse. But they might prove me wrong. They may prove me wrong, but I'm just waiting for them to collapse at some point. I still think they'll make finals no matter what. But look at this. Like I said, Wellington had the red card here, and Wellington, since that red card, have played the better. Wellington, since that red card, have played the better in this game. So that's a problem. That's a big old problem. If you have a red card and you're playing the better, it's just like MacArthur versus Sydney FC. They had the better end of that first half there, despite having the red cards at the 20th minute. They were the better team in that first half. And chance here, no, Wellington will clear that one away. Mariners still with the ball on the right-hand side. We're still at the top here. Chance, no, it's going to be cleared away by Wellington again. Like, I would love to see the Mariners compete again. My ideal grand final for me as a Raw fan is Raw versus Sydney FC, which is a genuine possibility right now. We might get a little bit of a sneak peek next week. But, you know, I would also love to see a Mariners grand final too. You know, they've got a pretty quality history, but unfortunately, just the last, well, not a quality history, but when they were successful 10 years ago, they were a joy to watch, man. They were a real joy to watch. Alrighty, here we go. Wellington here with a chance. See what I mean? I'm not even saying Mariners with a chance. They haven't had a chance. It's been all Wellington. It's been all damn well Wellington right now. Inside, De Villa. Oh, no. What are you doing there, De Villa? He passed the ball when he shouldn't have passed that ball. He should have shot himself, mate. Should have shot himself. Malcolm says, so glad I have to watch Liverpool and Leicester. Mate, like I said, that was my Valentine's Day present right there. Seeing Liverpool get flattened. Seeing Klopp, the man who talks a lot of shit about Pep, come out and concede the title already. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Still what, 16 games left for them? No, how many games they played? No, they've got like 14 games left, I think. I think we're on 23 games. Most teams are on 24. But Leicester is still close, but they're still a game behind. They're still a game in front of City as well. I'm not too sure why Wellington are getting the opportunity to hold the ball here. Mariners, they have a red card. You should be dominating possession. You should be dominating the ball here. You should be attacking. You should be showing who the boss of this game is. How can you, the team with 11 men, be getting out-dominated right now by the team with 10 men. It doesn't make any sense. And Wellington have gotten better since the red card. And like I said, it really does improve your team when you get a red card because everyone knows they have to do more and do that extra little bit of work. So it pushes them a little bit better, right? But even then, you still should be dominating the team with 10 men. You still should be dominating it. And that's just not what the Mariners are doing right now. But they have the ball now. Urena. Oh, it's a good ball through Matty Simon. It's finally goal. There you go. As I said that, Matty Simon. Bam, 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 bam. Boom. Matty Simon puts it in the back of the net. Urena with the assist. And it is 1-0 to... Ow, she's bit my tongue. 1-0 there to the... What's Matty Simon doing? He's going over there. He's sitting on the couch in the corner. That's cracker. I love it. I love it. So 1-0 there for the Mariners. Just as I was saying, they were getting out-dominated. They go and just hit a goal. And it's 1-0. There you go. Captain Roko says, Golasso. It was a good goal. Oh, no, he's onside. He's onside. It was... Devere just brought him onside there. He was very close to being offside, but Devere just brings him onside. Isaac Ventwell says, Matty Simon, the player coach. Let's go. Yeah, what a man. What a man. What a machine. You can't say man, myth, legend. He's just a bloody man, machine. Legend. Oh, good goal too in the bottom left-hand corner of the net. So it is 1-0 here to the Mariners. And Matty Simon gets a nice little comfy seat over there in the corner. Nassau Sip says, goal, 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 goal. They're checking the VAR, but it's onside. It's onside here. It's onside. VTech Yo says, who scored? It was Matty Simon. Matty Simon for the Mariners. So that's his 54th goal for the Central Coast Mariners. He has the most he has the most goals by 19 goals in Mariners history. Gee whiz. Cora says, is a goal fest coming? Maybe, man. I thought the red card's obviously thrown this well out of whack. I said 1-1 before the game, but the red card in the 28th minute or whatever it was, that threw the game completely and utterly out of whack. So from this point onwards, you could nearly imagine Mariners winning 3-0. You could nearly imagine it. Wellington haven't looked bad. They were the better team until that goal. You know, they were the better team ever since that red card until that goal. But, you know, unfortunately, they gave it up and Matty Simon goes boom, boom, boom. Captain OKZ says, I can see Phoenix scoring if they keep up. Thought it would be one way, but there you go. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Malcolm says, Phoenix spent more money this season on imports, hasn't paid off. Yeah, but it's such a difficult situation right now. You know, it's such a difficult situation for them. VTech Yo says, come on. Doesn't say come on, he says, come on. The Central Coast Mariners. Alo Kual will score a brace. Would love to see it. I think Kual, I said this before the game started, that Kual will come off the bench and score a goal. So hopefully we see it. Husam says his Brisbane game today. Yes, I will be streaming that tomorrow. Tonight. I will be streaming that tonight. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I just got a message on Instagram. All right, all good. So 42 minutes gone here, guys. It is 1-0 for the Mariners. But Wellington here with a free kick on the left-hand edge. Inside! That's going to be cleared away by the Mariners. Wellington here still with the ball on the edge of the box. Have a crack, Tavia. Tavia, have a crack. Oh, he's gone right into the Nazi Kual. Into the Nazi Tongi there. But yes, I will be streaming the Brisbane Roar game right after this. Bazanic is down right now, and Koala's also feeling the family jewels there. So 43 minutes gone, guys. Don't forget to smack the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. We will be doing that Raw Jets game right after. Oh, Mariners here. That was a poor pass there. Get that ball through. Oh, bad touch there by the Silva. Bad touch by the Silva. And that's going to be a free kick here. That will be the free kick. That will be the free kick. Wellington here breaking away. I don't understand why people are confused about that red card. That was a clear red card. Like, it was a clear red card. Oh, Chancey Wellington, though. No, too much. Big touch. Too big of a touch there. Too big of a pass. It will go out there for a goal kick. Who's singing right now? Is that Mariners fans singing? Like, there's no one in the crowd. Like, there's literally no one there. Like, I genuinely, the only people I think are even in the crowd right now are the ones sitting in the corner. You know, on the little, having a little bit of a picnic in the corner. Besides that, they can't even see anyone. Isaac Ventwell says, do you reckon some of the emerging Mariners players will get bought by other clubs, and who will most likely get bought? I don't really think so. I think that if anyone, like Kowal, but Kowal's not like a play you'd necessarily, especially outside of Australia. He works in Australia, but I don't think he works anywhere else, and maybe a Denmark or something like that, but Not really. Denmark is still kind of like a mid-pacer range and lower divisions. I can't really see anyone really picking them up. I don't really know anyone inside the Mariners who has the quality to succeed overseas necessarily. No, I personally wouldn't. I like Tongik is too old now. I think he's like 30s now, isn't he, Tongik? Great player, but I think he's a bit older now. Actually, can you check that for me? Can someone in the chat check that for me? How old is Tongik? Because I think he could work in a few other places. But you got to remember, this is the Australian league, lads. Like, yes, they're performing, well right now, but you go over to Europe, it's such a different league. Such a different league. Oh, that's going to be Wellington's ball here, and they're going to click that one away. They can counter here. They get the ball on the left-hand side here. The ball is on the left. Oh, man, too slow. Too slow when you cut back. You don't cut back on the counter. If you cut back on the counter, you lose the counter. If you cut back on the counter, you will lose the counter. And guess what? They lost the counter. So the 45 minutes has gone. Now we're going to see how long to go here. Well, it was 10 seconds left, sorry. Mariners with the ball, though. Could put it a better ear early. No, they lose that little possession there again. Pretty poor game here for the Mariners, in my opinion. Yes, they scored the goal, but they haven't been great. Neither team's been great. So 3 minutes added on here, obviously for the red card. There was quite a bit of time that was taken off there. So 3 minutes added on here in the first half. Wellington here just playing this ball on the back. They're going to be pretty happy to just take this one as a 1-0 here at half-time. I wouldn't see them attacking here in this final 3 minutes here at all, to be honest with you. Oh, wow. As I say that, they are attacking as a free kick. Oh, wow. Not even a free kick. They're not even going to call that a free kick. Interesting call. He got absolutely taken out there. That was a takeout and a half, son. That was a takeout and a bloody damn well half, son. Can't see much changing here in this first half. Look, I don't think Wellington's can score in this game, to be honest with you. I think Mariners' defense is good enough to hold them out. I can't see Wellington scoring. Like, one of their attackers got taken out. So where do the goals come from besides maybe De Villa? And two, like, there was no rhythm before the red card. There's no rhythm with this team really too much in general. So I'm not too sure how they're going to be able to do it now with 10 men. But Matty Simon here with the ball, and Wellington going to clear that one away. Redenton, good tackle there by Redenton. Very good tackle. And back to Matty Simon. Chance here for the Mariners. No, and De Villa will pick this ball up here. Malcolm says selectors also can't get into the country, maybe. Yeah, they can. They just got a 2-week quarantine. So Wellington here with the ball. They're going to have the last opportunity here of the half. They will have an opportunity here. Oh my God, it's actually in the box. It's going to stay. That's going to be a corner. It will be a corner here. No, it's going to be... What is it? Oh, it's offside. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Tongik is 24, but he looks way older. He looks like 33. Tongik dead set looks like 33. So, wow, I'm surprised about that one. Yeah, that went out anyway, I think. I think that went out anyway, so I don't think that would have been a corner, even if he wasn't offside there. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much there, my friend. Too much. A little bit too much. So, a minute and a half left. No, sorry, 30 seconds left here. 30 seconds left here of the first half. Down the left-hand side. Oh, wow. Mariners are actually going to have a chance here last second. Going out to the right side here. I'm not too. Why do I keep biting my tongue? I'm not too sure why the Mariners are attacking here. Just finish it up at 1-0. Just finish it up at 1-0 here at halftime. Like, look, there's no urgency here, so just slow it down and drag it out. Because if Wellington were able to hit on the counter, you'd be done. But that will be halftime here, and it will be 1-0 here to the Mariners. So look, I think that overall it's a fair result. Even though Wellington, since their red card, probably were the better team until that goal where Matty Simon just randomly out of nowhere hit that goal. Look, it was a nice pass there from Morena. Matty Simon puts it nicely into the bottom left-hand corner, and you can't complain with that. I just can't see Wellington coming back in this game. I think this is a fair result here at halftime, despite the fact Wellington didn't play necessarily too harsh. Malcolm says red card to the travelling team unfair. Well, both these teams are technically the travelling team, but I guess if you're talking about in regards to the home team, then no, it's not the travelling team because this is technically Wellington's home game here. But that will be, like I said, halftime 1-0. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'm going to go get another glass of water, guys, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Give me a few moments. Alrighty, we are back. Sorry, guys. Just need to re-tub up my water. Malcolm says, I'm from Wellington. It's still away. They're all eating foreign foods. Well, kind of. I get what you mean, but kind of. Yeah, look, this is why they're probably going to really struggle this year. But yeah, look, I think it's a little bit. I think Wellington fans would find it a tad bit unfair, I guess. I think they find it a tad bit unfair. They'd be losing this game right now. I think overall they weren't that bad, and like I said, they were probably the better team for the majority of it. But unfortunately, they just weren't able to get the. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to, get the goal. And then when obviously ball went and slid in there, it was ridiculous. Isaac Van Well says, "Who searched this, or did you get it recommended to you?" What do you mean? What do you mean? Who do they actually play next? I was very close to going down to this game, but I just couldn't get down to Wollongong today. Who's the next teams that they play here? So next week, the Mariners will play Adelaide. That should be a win, to be honest with you. That should be a win. Wellington have a lot of games next week, actually. A lot of games. Wellington will play Western Sydney Wanderers in Wollongong and then also play away at the Melbourne Victory. And the Mariners, they play Adelaide United. That should be a win. I'd say Wellington they probably lose that game to the Wanderers. The Wanderers aren't that great, to be honest with you. And they probably beat the Victory down there at AAMI Park because Victory are absolutely shocking this year. Yeah, wow, that's a very interesting week. There's literally this is the whole week next week. The whole week next week, it's just, there's a lot of games. A lot of really random games there. Husam says, can Brisbane win today? Brisbane should win today. They can win today. Do they win today? I hope so, mate. I really do hope so. But obviously, that was a bit of a shock there, losing that game to MacArthur. It was a bit of a shock losing 2-0 to MacArthur there, and whether you feel like it was deserved or not, that's up to you. But for me, I think it was a little bit unlucky there for the old Brisbane Roar. But I guess it is what it is, and MacArthur obviously went and showed their quality against Adelaide the other day there. Where they won 4-0. They won 4-0 with Derbyshire scoring 3 goals and Marky Milligan getting another goal as well. So, MacArthur have been very underrated this year. Even though their play style is very negative and very, I hate watching it. I just don't like watching MacArthur play. It gets the job done, you know what I mean? And Derbyshire finally getting on the score sheet, finally starting to put the ball into the back of the net there. They've been waiting for that for quite some time now. It's not something that is, it's not something that's been there for the whole year. He really struggled to start off his career here in the A-League, and luckily enough for him, he's been able to find the net a couple of times now. And like I said, he got a hat trick on Friday. So MacArthur will be very happy with what he put out there. The distribution was a lot better. The distribution was a lot better considering what he has gotten so far this year. I think MacArthur are just starting to click as a team a little bit more. They're really starting to believe in the process and really starting to believe in the actual system that they've got going, which is based out of the defense and then just moves it down in a frustrating, possessive style game. Like I said, very negative. So MacArthur being very underrated because I don't think people really understand that this team is actually a very good team on paper. Federici at back is an unbelievable goalkeeper. Their defense is very strong. Their midfield is very strong. And then really it just comes down to Derbyshire, to get the goals. And like I've said, he's been getting the goals recently. So once they can start getting him on the score sheet a little bit more, they're going to start to win a lot more games. And I think that it's taken, what has it been, 5-6 games now for them to actually really hit the rhythm. But guess what? They've hit the damn well rhythm. So they are, they're ready to have a bit of a crack right now. Who are they actually playing next week? That's a good question. Who will MacArthur play next week? Let's go have a look at that little bad boy. Because I'm actually interested to see how they go. Because it's easy to overestimate teams as well this year in this league, because teams one week can be bloody better than Man City, and then the other week they can go and lose to Sheffield United. I think went well, says Sam. I don't like how MacArthur is all midfield, to be honest. It's not all midfield. They're midfield, defence, their goalkeeper. They got everything, man. They got a really good team on paper, but people don't respect it. People do not respect it for what it actually is. So MacArthur next week, they're going to play Western United. That'll be an interesting game. I think they'll be able to hold down on Western United, though. Western United's attack is very... They've got a good attacking team, but unfortunately, they've got no rhythm. They've got no connection between anybody, and they just keep going with Barisha, and Barisha is not the guy anymore. Martin Bradstreet says, Brisbane going to have a nice win for you tonight, Blaze. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. We need to bounce back from that unfortunate loss midweek. Unfortunate loss midweek there. I think that was on Tuesday night. That was my last stream before this one. That's actually the second red card this season for Wellington, by the way. So Wellington with their second... Who was the last red card against? Who was the last? It wasn't against Sydney. It wasn't against the Mariners. Who was it against, actually? I can't even remember. It says their second red card so far. Actually, now it says Mariners are too good in the Yellow Army back and forth. Well, firstly, there's no one at this game, so I wouldn't really talk about Yellow Army back and forth. And secondly, look, the Mariners are winning this game, but ever since that red card, the Wellington Phoenix were pretty good. Like, that Matt Simon goal came out of absolutely nowhere. The Urena pass was great to Matt Simon, and then someone puts it into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. But I wouldn't be raving too much about this Mariners performance right now. I don't think either team's really been that good, and I think that ever since that red card, Wellington probably were the better team until that random goal. But I think from the 10 to the 28 minute mark, for me it was all Mariners. The first 10 minutes was all Wellington. The 10 to the 28 minute mark was all Mariners. Then the 28 minute mark through the rest of the half was pretty much all Wellington. But obviously, Urena was able to find Simon and put it into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. So, look, I know you're a Mariners fan. You obviously think that this performance has been great. I don't really think it has been, but they're still getting the job done, and you'd be happy that they're winning right now. You'd be happy they're at 1-0 despite the fact they haven't actually played that well. This wouldn't be scaring too many teams in general. But the thing is that Wellington still haven't not looked like they're going to score. They still look like they're pushing forward a bit, and they still look like they're trying to attack a little bit more too. So I wouldn't really write this off as a victory just yet. Yes, the Mariners should win. Their defense is good enough to hold out here, but I wouldn't be summing this out as an easy victory at halftime just yet. Martin Bradstreet says, well, MacArthur has a pretty good defense. I think Brisbane scored 2 or 3 tonight. I actually think we can score 3 or 4. I actually think we score 3 or 4 against Newcastle. I think if it was in Newcastle, it probably will finish the 2-1 again. But I think that up there at Redcliffe, and I'm not sure what the weather's like actually. That's something you got to remember. I'm not sure what the weather's like up there right now. So I'm not going to make a prediction actually. I'm not going to have a prediction just yet. Ashton now says, I agree, Blaze. Mariners have not played great, but Alukwal has not come on. Alukwal has not come on. I do think he does well in this game. But I don't think the Mariners are really up for it attacking-wise today. I think that so far De Vere has been very good for Wellington. I think that so far Wellington's defense has been quite spot on. And I'm not too sure that the Mariners are going to be able to break through again necessarily. They could score through Alec Kuol. In the same sense, he's not a magic man. He still needs to get the distribution. And the distribution from this game in general hasn't been great to Matty Simon or Urena. Urena's not really for me. I just don't really think Urena's the guy, to be honest with you. And I don't think he suits this team right now. Yes, he got the assist, but overall, he's meant to be also there for the goals. He's up front with Matty Simon. And I'm just not seeing him in a position to score goals. I'm seeing him in a position where he can assist Matty Simon, but they don't play that way. They play a 4-4-2, which is obviously, expecting Urena to be a goal scorer as well. So look, I still maintain my firm belief, and I've said this since before the season, that Lou Kowal should come off the bench. He shouldn't be starting. But in the same sense, I think we need to see more from Urena on a goal scoring front and getting up forward a little bit more. The Master says he will overcome the Phoenix and will win 3-1. He will overcome the Phoenix and will win 3-1. I think you're talking about. I would assume you're talking about the Mariners in general as he. Well, what's a he? What are you talking about he for? What's this buddy he, mate? I think 3-1. I just don't see that many goals scored here. I don't see that many goals. Bradstreet says, I checked the weather will be good. Well, perfect. Then I think the Raw can win. I'll go 4-1. I'll go 4-1 there. I'll go cheeky little 4-1 there for the Risen Roar over the Newcastle Jets. Especially on a beautiful night up there at Redcliffe. I won't complain with a nice little 4-1 victory. Dylan Wenzel-Hall to get on the score sheet. You know, a bit of Denzaki action. Get some Denzaki into the goals. You know, Wenzel-Hall with a brace, Denzaki with a goal, and you know what? Let's give Jay O'Shea a goal too, eh? Let's give Jay O'Shea a nice little 1-2. But obviously, we are still here at halftime of the Mariners game against Wellington. Let's go and smack the thumbs up button if you haven't already, guys. Subscribe if you are new around here. But yeah, Mariners up 1-0. There you go. Darnell says, what's your predictions for this game? Well, there was a red card in the 28th minute, man. So, like, it changes my predictions from pre-game, which was 1-1. But my prediction, I'll go with it. I'll go 2-0 Mariners. Oh. Yeah, I'll go 2-0 Mariners. I'll go 2-0 Mariners. They might be able to score another one. I don't know. Wellington's defense has been good, and they're really looking good. I wouldn't be surprised with 1-0 or even a 1-1 at this point. But I'd probably lay more confidence in a 2-0 Mariners. I'd lay more confidence and not significant confidence, but I'm pretty confident the Mariners win. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the Wellington do score because they haven't looked that bad since the red card. Isaac Van Well says, what do you think of the new NRL teams coming into the comp? I personally think 16 is enough. Well, 16 is absolutely not enough. And also, we haven't really heard about new teams coming in just yet. Like, obviously, we've heard about, you know, the addition of potential teams in the future, but there's not really any talk of anyone coming in right now besides maybe Redcliffe and potentially Perth or, you know, a North City. Like, if they bring in a North City team, I'm going to throw up. I'll throw up. Darnell says, I say 2-1 Mariners. Do you think 3 goals in the game? You think 3 goals? I don't know. I just don't know, mate. I don't know. Everybody, you think 3 goals and 2 more goals in this game? It's a tough one. Then again, we have seen a lot of high-scoring second halves so far this year. A lot of high-scoring second halves in all different games. Ashton Ellis says, I think 3-0 Mariners. Yeah, but they don't, like... I guess because you really believe in Koala, I guess. So I understand why you predict that, but I just can't see 2 more goals in this game. I just don't know. Martin Bradstreet says 2-1 Mariners, things can change. Things can change, but when you, like I said before, a red card doesn't give you extra, like, it doesn't give you, I guess, an enhanced ability to score a goal. It doesn't really give you a better chance to score a goal. It actually makes it harder for you to score a goal because everyone stands up and does more. That's what a red card does. So the Mariners, they have a bit of a task ahead of themselves. A red card, people look at it like it's an easy way to score. Realistically, it's more of you're going to have more opportunity to score. It's going to be more difficult for you to score, but you're going to have more opportunity to score because you're going to dominate the ball and you're going to push forward, right? That's what it's for. People misinterpret a red card. It's more about you're going to dominate it and push forward. The Mariners didn't do that. Wellington, with that red card, dominated the ball in that end of that first half there. They dominated with it, and they pushed forward, right, with the red card. So that's what's confusing about this game so far, and that's why I really struggle to see the Mariners winning 3-0, but if the Mariners score a goal within the next 15 minutes, then you could see a blowout. If the Mariners score a goal within the next 15 minutes, you could definitely see a blowout coming, a 3-0, 4-0 coming. But I'm going to back in Wellington to hold pretty strong and not give up more than 1 extra goal in the second half. Alex says, I'm not sure if you've spoken about this much, but where do you honestly feel the next expansion city will be? Well, if you haven't subscribed to BKR Clips yet, you probably should, because that's where all the highlights and clips of these streams go. So if you do miss the streams, and I am speaking about something, then obviously, you jump over there, because we upload those every 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. each day. Hasn't been for the last couple of days, because I've been getting back from quarantine, but I've spoken about this quite a few times. So briefly, if you want to go and check that out, then check that out, because that's where it will go into a little bit more in depth. But briefly, I'll say Tasmania and Canberra. They're the 2 teams. So that's just obviously a short little version of it. But the second half is very close to getting started here, son. Yeah, getting close to getting started here. Looking forward to seeing if the Mariners can take this one away, or if Wellington can make it a little bit even. You know, Wellington get back into it. They do have a red card, but guys, don't forget, smack the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Nisbet will be coming on here for the Mariners. Isaac Van Well says, who is playing the NRL Grand Finals here? My guess is either a Rabbits, Storm, or Raiders Grand Final. No, but you'll see my preview in 3 weeks' time. Whenever, I think the first week of NRL is like 9th of March or 10th of March. So I think my preview will come out probably around 3rd of March or something like that. 2nd or 3rd of March. I do my previews about a week before the game, the season starts. Because like this, obviously we've got trials to go through. You know, we've got still injuries. We've still got potential signings. Like, Until there's a week before the competition, I don't make my predictions. So Nisbet will come in here for the Mariners. Martin Bradstreet says the Knicks really cannot afford another loss. Well, the Knicks are done this year already, to be honest, lads. They can win this game, and they'd still probably be done this year. There's just better teams this year. There is just simply better teams this year, which obviously would be Sydney FC, Brisbane Roar, Central Coast Mariners technically. Who else? Perth Glory, MacArthur, looking the goods now. That's already 5 teams I've mentioned. And then you've also got to add in the likes of your Western Sydney Wanderers. You've got to add in the likes of your Western United, who should be fine. You know, you have to add in the likes of, that's 7 teams right there, and 8. Who else is willing in? Did I say Perth already? Did I say Perth? Sydney Mariners, Brisbane, Perth, MacArthur. Yeah, I said that's 5. And then obviously Western Sydney Wanderers there. I'm all over the shop. I don't know if I said it or not. But the point of the matter is that it's very, very tough to see Wellington being better than at least 9 teams right now. 8, 9 teams. 8, 9 teams. So 45 minutes have gone in. The second half is underway. The second half is underway here, and it will be the Mariners who hold the possession to start off with here. They really need to force themselves to be the dominant team here. They really need to force themselves to hold the ball because the other team has a red card. So utilize that to your own. Oh, wait a second here. No, Mariners will get that ball and they will hold it and kick it away. Brendan Westing says any result for the Mariners keeps them top of the league for another week. They really need to play proper informed teams like Brisbane. They keep on having dud sides. You know, I don't say it as much as I should because I feel like people think that everyone's being like biased against the Mariners based on like their previous thoughts of the team. But you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. You know, they played a City team that is definitely not in form right now and very much struggling. Just lost 1-0 to the Jets and still were down 2-0 to them at halftime and then 1-3-2 in the end. But the point of the matter is that City aren't a team that you'd be really scared of. Sydney FC at the time were very out of form. You know, no one believed in them in doing anything this year. But it was probably the more significant win of the lot. You know, they beat a shithouse Jets team. You know, who else have they played that really... Western United, who are very much out of form. They're like bottom 3 right now. I think they're bottom 2 nearly. No, they're bottom 3. I think they're third last. No, I think they're bottom 2. I think Western United are second last, aren't they? Or third last? I'm not sure. But yeah, look, the Mariners, they need to play a Brisbane Roar. They need to play a Sydney FC. Oh, hold on 1 second here. Mariners here. Chance here. Oh, it's on the post. Oh my God, it's on the post. It was a rocket. It was an absolute rocket. But it goes on the post there and it will be a goal kick. Oh my God, that was a rocket. Oh my God, that was an absolute rocket there from Nisbet, but it does go and bangs off the right-hand side post. Oh, man. Keeper had no chance of saving that if that was on target. But yeah, I still think Sydney FC was a good read for Mariners, I guess. Out of the lot, I'd say it's the best read, but in the same sense, you know, they were still struggling to start this season. So Nisbet with 22 games, hasn't scored a goal yet. Hasn't scored a goal yet in his entire A-League career through 3 years. He's only played 22 games, mind you, but still. You know, he's there to have a crack. And that's going to go out for a throw-in here for the Mariners. Throw in here. So at least the Mariners are starting off like they should. They've started off this second half like they damn well should. But yeah, like I was saying, the 3 teams, and I say this every stream, the 3 teams that I compare teams with, right? So you need to play at least one of these 3 teams from now, to show me that you're a legit team. And that is 1, obviously, Sydney FC because they're back-to-back champions. 2, Perth Glory because they are the highest scoring team in the league with an unbelievable attack. You can't hide from that game. And then number 3 is obviously the Brisbane Roar because they are the most well-rounded team in general right now. So they're the 3 kind of the 3, you know, sins to success. The 3, what is it? Oh, well, Chance here, Mariners? No, that goes out. The 3 devils you must beat. The 3 devils you must beat. To be considered a quality team right now for me. Oh, Chancey, penalty, Mariners. Penalty. That was stupid. That was a dumb tackle there by Buddy Hudson. Oh my God, dumb tackle. That is a dumb tackle, bro. You are an idiot. So that's a penalty here to the Mariners. That is just stupid. What is wrong with you? Hudson Wihongi, what is that, bro? That is a ridiculous challenge to make inside the box. Are you a moron? So penalty here to the Mariners. This should probably seal it here. So Hudson Wihongi, you're an idiot. And now, who's taking the penalty here? Who's taking the penalty here? Surprised that Matty Simon's not taking the penalty here for the Mariners. Who's taking the penalty here? Here we go. All right, chance here for the Mariners for the penalty spot. He will, and it will go. Wow, close to hitting the post, but Bozanic will put it into the back of the net. It is a 2-0 here to the Mariners, and that was just an absolutely unbelievably stupid tackle there by Hudson Wahongi. Nowhere near the ball, was never, ever getting the ball, and gives away a penalty, and his side, oh, well, it's already gone here. And you can see a blowout now. I said at halftime, if a goal happens within the first 15 minutes of the second half starting, the Mariners probably blow this one out. Wellington just look shit, man. They just do. They just don't look the greatest right now. And it's scary thinking about what could happen to them in this game if that's the kind of shit that I'm seeing already. So 50 minutes gone here. It is 2-0 here to the Mariners. Brendan Westling says, in general, the Mariners need an in-form opponent to really see how they are going. Yeah, they do. Would you class Brisbane Roar as an in-form team right now? After that MacArthur loss, though? I think tonight we'll see. I do get a little bit worried about tonight. I am a little bit nervous about tonight. I will be streaming that Brisbane Roar game, but I am very nervous at the Roar tonight. We didn't play well against them last time. We won. We didn't play well. The Jets are coming off a 1-0 win against City, who, not much weight to that result, but still, it's still a result nonetheless. I do get a little bit damn well nervous about that. I'm going to turn this one around a little bit. There you go. See that? There we go. So Mariners here with the ball. I am nervous about that game tonight. All right, so here we go. Chance here. Urena gets the ball in here to Matty Simon. Simon on target, but it will be a nice save by Marinovic. Very nice save by Marinovic, and the Phoenix will get this ball out, and they will boot this ball away. No, it's still inside here. Wellington, you need to boot this ball away, mate. You need to boot the ball away, mate. You don't play the ball around the back. You boot the ball away, son. Now we're going to counter. Here we go. Payne. Bring the Payne, son. Bring the Payne at the halfway point and kicks it back. So no more counter. No more counter. No more Enes-Kanter. This is just odd from Wellington. I don't even know what their game plan is right now. I don't understand what happened at halftime, and what they got told at halftime, because their game plan doesn't really make too much sense at this point. There's not really anything they're doing. They're just kind of holding the ball. Like, you're down 2-0. You still need to try and score. I guess you don't want to, give up too many goals to, screw your for and against, but does it really matter when you're this far down the table right now and you're already down 2-0? I don't know about that. DJ Macro says, hope Brizzy win, but she's after last week. I'm nervous about the game tonight, like I said. I am. I'm nervous. VTechie says, 4-1 Mariners, Alo Qual score. You can see Wellington scoring in this game, can you? I don't know. Wellington, they haven't had a shot in the second half so far, and I think Mariners at the halftime break got told, basically, look, the other team has a red card. You dominate, because you should be dominating here. And whips it inside, and that will be a goal kick here for the Phoenix. I can't see Wellington scoring here. There's just too much. There's too many issues here. VTech says anything can happen. You've got both teams to score, don't you? I have a feeling you've put a bet on you've got both teams to score, because it doesn't make sense why someone would be backing in a Wellington goal here. It doesn't make sense if someone's saying from right now, looking at this game, telling me that Wellington look like they're going to score here. I have a feeling you've got a bet on for both teams to score, don't you? Let me know right now. You do, don't you, VTechie? You do. I know you do. I know you do, son. I know you do, champion. The TJ Magus says, I will dig my grave if we lose. Man, at least you don't have to stream. At least you don't have to stream your loss. Like, obviously, when we did MacArthur, I was streaming that game, and I stream every game as much as I possibly can. And unfortunately, it didn't go to plan. And, I had to sit there for the rest of the stream as we were getting done late on, even though we were the better team for the majority of the game. So, got him. I got ya, V-Taggy. I got you, mate. I'm all over it, son. Don't you worry. It's not my first time at the rodeo, son. And there'll be a throw in here. So throw in here for Wellington Phoenix. Trust me, I hope they score for you. I would love them to score. I want them to score, but right now they don't look anything like scoring. That would have been a free kick there if that wasn't Mariners' ball. It was a handball there against Devere. All right, so Mariners here, breaking down the halfway point. Matty Simon, I really like his energy today. He's really been moving around the pitch quite nicely. A lot of the time he's very stumpy. A lot of the time he's very, I guess I would maybe use the word stringent. I'm not too sure. But usually he moves around the field quite slowish. But today he feels like he's everywhere, to be honest with you. Feels like he's everywhere. That was nice defense over Wellington. Wellington haven't had bad defense today. They're just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate, Wellington, today. VTG says he's streaming the next game, Brisbane versus Newey. Well, I'm a Brisbane Raw fan, so I can tell you right now, I will definitely be streaming that game. But I stream pretty much every game, man. The only reason I didn't do the game on Friday was because I was doing other stuff, and also the 2 games yesterday were postponed. And the game on Wednesday, I got out of quarantine that day, so I couldn't stream. But in general, I pretty much do every single A-League stream on here. All right, so Wellington here, just playing this ball out the back again. If they score, it just genuinely has to be off a corner. It just, their counters aren't great. I don't like their counters. For some reason, if you're countering, you can't cut back. And Wellington, every time they counter, they cut back. It's like when you cut back, you slow the play down and give the team with 11 men to get back behind the ball. Like, what are you expecting? What were they expecting? So, Urena here with the ball. I don't even think they're playing him as more of a, they're playing him in an odd position there, Urena. Playing around in a bit of an opposition there. He's not in the attacking line. He's not in the midfield. He's not playing as a shadow striker or anything like that. He's just kind of oddly placed behind the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Goal kick for Wellington. So if the Mariners win today, they'll be on 18 points, which is what they were on last year. So I'm pretty sure they were on 18 points after the whole season last year. But if they win today, they'll be on 18 points already. Which is pretty cool. Pretty interesting there for the Mariners fans, would obviously be very happy with that. We're very happy with that one. But 34 minutes left to go here. How long will I have? I'll probably have like 5 minutes to stop over. Oh, no, I'll probably have like 10 minutes to stop over before the next stream. Well, it's going to be Mariners here again, though. Mariners here again. De Silva gets it in. Nice little ball. Touch is bad, though. Touch is bad. Will Blazy says, do you think Wellington will come last? I really do think so. Mariners are giving a huge shock this season. Mariners haven't played any informed teams yet, but they're still obviously providing a shock. But they've also played more games than everyone else. But in regards to Wellington, no, I don't. Victory come last. Victory come last by a long way too. Victory are definitely the worst team in the competition this year. And I still think Newcastle will probably finish second last. I think Wellington overall will still find a way to come third last, which is a shock, I guess, to most people. But I called them missing the finals pre-season. I didn't think they'd be this bad. And realistically, they're not this bad. But there's just nothing with this team. It just doesn't really feel like there's anything at all with this team, and they don't feel like they're playing for anybody. They're just playing kind of go through the motions at this point. Like, I just don't think their defense has been that bad this game, but obviously they gave away the red card, and when you give away a red card, it's always going to be difficult to get the sneaky little win. Will Blazy says they did best Sydney FC 2-0, which was a surprise. They did, but Sydney FC weren't in form. That's what I'm saying. Mariners haven't played an informed team. They've played Melbourne City, who look absolutely dog shit this year. They play Western United, who are like, oh, hold on, here we go, Mariners here, chance. Oh, good defense, they blocked that one away. They've beaten some teams, but not one team they've played has been informed just yet. Oh, this should be a goal, Matty Simon. Oh, wow. Why is he shooting that right at the bloody goalkeeper there? But we'll go out for a corner here. Sydney FC they beat, and it was a good performance, but in the same sense, Sydney FC just didn't look that great around that point. They started off the season very slow, but they've started to ramp up a little bit more, and they still don't look that great, realistically. Like, they beat Wellington last week. They didn't look that fantastic. They got outshot by, literally 20 shots. 25 shots by Wellington Phoenix. So, there are still a lot of question marks about Sydney. I need to see them play Sydney now, or I need to see them play against Perth Glory or Brisbane Roar. Or MacArthur. MacArthur are perfect as well. MacArthur are those 4 teams, they haven't played yet. They haven't played any, they played Sydney FC, but that wasn't a time when they weren't that great. They haven't played anyone in form, and especially they haven't played the 3 other teams in the top 4. So, go figure. Brisbane Roar Post says, how are we all? Going alright, mate, going alright. Not the greatest of games here, but the Mariners looking alright. There's a red card, so it is what it is. Miranovic here comes on for Piscopo. Will Blaze says, okay, very good point. I can't wait for Mariners to verse an informed team because that will give us a decent view of where they're at. Exactly right. That's what we were talking about before with Brendan Westling. Exactly right. Fenton comes on here for Payne as well, by the way. Once we see them, who do they play next? Actually, so they play Adelaide next, which is definitely not a team that you'd be looking at to show that they're, that's not an informed team at all. They're coming up for 4-0 loss against MacArthur, and they haven't won a game in a long time. Then the Mariners play the Wanderers at Bankwest. And that's their only game that week too. And then after that, the Mariners play Newcastle. They don't play a good... They've got a really soft draw until they play Perth on the 13th of March in Perth. And then they still play Adelaide straight after. Like, the Mariners have a really soft straw to start off with here. The Mariners don't even play Brisbane Roar for ages. They don't play Sydney FC for ages. They don't play MacArthur for ages. They got a real easy draw at the start of this season. Sally wants to say, Blaze, hello, Sally. Will Blaze says, who do you think is the best team in the comp right now? Right this second, MacArthur. But then again, overall, I'd still say City FC are favourites to win the comp. But overall, MacArthur coming off a 4-0 win against Adelaide in a very rainy day, which doesn't suit goals. And also that 2-0 win against Brisbane Roar, which was very unlucky, but still, they got the job done in the end. There's a... I'd probably say right now they're the most informed team in the competition. So 30 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. It is 2-0 to the Mariners. Oscar Berg says Auckland going into lockdown. Are they really? There you go. So Mariners here with a chance. De Silva here. Going to whip that ball out to the right-hand side here. Over the top. It's straight to Marinovic. No, straight out for a goal kick. Don't worry about that one. Going out for a goal kick here. Only 30 minutes. There's look, I think the Mariners overall, they've been the better team here today, but in the same sense, that, they're still not looking that great. So most goals this year, Alec Wall's on fivers and most with Matt Derbyshire. The crazy thing about Derbyshire is that, and Wenzel Hall's obviously in 5 as well. The crazy thing about Derbyshire is that he scored 3 of those goals on Friday, and 2 of those goals the other day as well. 2 of those goals, no, I can't remember. I can't remember whether those other goals were scored, to be honest with you. Martin Bradstreet says, Central Coast looking like a real contender. Nah, no way. No way, real contender, no way. What's up with my favourite team, Perth, not playing to the 20th? Because they have pandemic issues over there, and, well, because Mark McGowan's basically just, forlorn with his bloody lockdowns and shit, so... They don't play because of, government restrictions and all that type of stuff. But no, I wouldn't call Mariners genuine title contender at all. Not after today. Today hasn't given them... I haven't seen much today from them. And like I've just been saying for the past, ever, they haven't played an informed team yet. You wait for them to play an informed team, and then we'll chat about them being a genuine title contender. There's been nothing exciting about this performance today. Realistically, look, the other team has a red card, and there's just nothing from this performance. It's 2-0, but, who cares about this one? This is a game where you're happy to take the 3 points, but nothing really comes of it. There's not too much weight behind it. There's not too much weight behind this performance at all. Once they play Perth, once they play Brisbane Roar, once they play MacArthur, which is all 3 of those games, Perth is 3 weeks, a whole month away. They don't play Perth for a whole bloody damn well month. And that's the first of those 4 teams that I mentioned. Sydney FC, Brisbane Roar, Perth Glory, and MacArthur. They haven't played anyone yet. They've played Sydney FC when they were not looking that great to start the season. They haven't played no one. They've played no one, mate. Oh, that's going to be a chance here, Wellington. Chance here, Wellington. Oh, he's not going to get it here. Oh, chance here. Oh, it's on target. No, that's going to be blocked away. That's a free kick. Yep, free kick here. Martin, it's all about opinions, man. It's all about opinions. I'm just letting you know my opinion, and I haven't seen anything exciting from this team so far. MacArthur are definitely a contender, yes. Yes, MacArthur are definitely a contender. People didn't believe it because they were struggling in the early season, but you wait, they're coming, son. They've scored 6 goals in the last 2 games and conceded 0. They've scored 6 goals in the last 2 games, conceded 0. Yes, one of those games was against Adelaide, who are absolute dog shit. But the other game was against Brisbane Roar, who are not absolute dog shit. They're still technically top of the table if they win their games in hand. People forget that, though. People forget that one. They don't realise. Don't realise Brisbane Roar, we're still at top of the league, my friends. We're still at top of the league. Oh, Matty Simon comes through there. See, I'm telling you, the energy from Matty Simon today's been good. Oh, nice there from Wellington here. That's a nice little pass there over the top, and that's unfortunate. That'll be a throw in here for the Phoenix. So at least they're starting to attack a little bit better, though. See, Wellington are starting to attack a little bit more here. I guess they realise that their game is done, so they need to bloody attack. Otherwise, they are screwed-a-runo. So 26 minutes to go here of the game. It is 2-0 to the Mariners, and there is that red card to Wellington. The game's been played at a very similar pace to what the previous game this season was played at. Will Blasey says, what do you think of young Callum Neuenhoff? He is exactly what Sydney FC need, a confident young kid. Yeah, I think he's been fine. So far this season. No one from Sydney FC has really stood out to me really just yet. Obviously, Barbarousse has had a good game against Wellington, but outside of that, there's no one really that stood out so far for Sydney FC in this year. Isaac Vuntwell says, who do you think has been the most exciting player this year? I would probably say overall Kuol. Alu Kuol has been the guy. Oh, Dylan Wenzel-Halls is up there too, but we'll see how that goes. I think that Alu Kuol has been the guy that I've really been enjoying watching the most so far this season. You know, coming off the bench there and scoring a couple of goals. And I think that overall he's been the biggest surprise package of the lot. So even though I may rag on the Mariners quite a lot, I do really like watching Alu Kuol come off the bench. And, he does have a nice little first touch on him. And he does know how to put the ball in the back of the net. French says, hello. Hello, champion. How you doing? So it's going to be Wellington now with the ball around the halfway point. Don't forget, guys, the NRL fullbacks list will be dropping tomorrow. The NRL fullbacks tier list will be dropping tomorrow at 5 p.m. VTech says Alu Kuol has to be up there. Yeah, he is. That's just what I said. Yeah, Kuol is just absolutely fantastic this year. But that was a great ball for the Mariners here. Inside the box, there's a chance here. Nisbet, they've lost this chance. Unless they have a shot here from outside. And on top. Oh, man, just over the bar. Malcolm says, I bet on Phoenix to win before the red card. Just unfortunate red card ruined it. Yeah, look, I do think Phoenix were looking the better, man. I do think I do think the Phoenix probably were looking the better. Yeah, I think that's an unfortunate one for you there, man. I don't think that you probably deserve that, to be completely honest with you. Oh, that was a good shot, but from outside the box there from the Mariners. Buzanic. VTech says, the Toure bros are surprisingly good as well. Alassane Toure and Mohamed Toure, not this year they haven't been, mate. Not this year. I wouldn't be putting them into the question this year. I think Mohamed Toure did well in that first game against Perth Glory over in Perth, but besides that, hasn't really done anything. And Alassane's not really done anything this year. Obviously, overall, they're still very young, so don't get me wrong, they're still just they're very young. But yeah, look, I'm not so far for me, man, in regards to the Toure bros. They do have lots of potential though. Don't get me wrong on that. VJ says you will see. No, there's no you will see. We're talking about now. I just literally said potential, which means we'll see. Potential is you will see. You know, you're an Adelaide fan, aren't you? I've got you again, haven't I? I've got you again, haven't I? First off, you have Boating to score, and you're an Adelaide fan, aren't you? Because I know on my streams, people say you will see when they're somewhat offended that I don't agree with their opinion, because usually it's to do with their own team. I feel like you're an Adelaide fan, aren't you, V-Techie? Will Blaze says, I would really love EPL streams. I can't find any quality EPL streams. I will do them. A-League, I actually, funnily enough, originally was only going to do A-League streams. By the way, there's an injury right now with 23 minutes to go to Devere, who's been really good in this game. I originally, because obviously Premier League is what I watch. Premier League has been my sport that I've watched for 17 years now, right? So I would love to do it, but in the same sense, it's very difficult to get into the English market and get people viewing when obviously there are very difficult times for people in Australia. So, in regards to that, I didn't have any football fans, so it's very difficult. You need to get more viewers and not do it in front of one person or by yourself. You need to have already viewers there. So I was originally just using A-League as a way to grow, but I love this league, man. I think people really underestimate how quality this league is. Like, I watch it every year, and I think it's still pretty enjoyable. And I think this year, out of all years as well, we've really seen a lot more growth of it. I think we've really seen a lot more excitement this year. I think it's been relatively dead for 16 from 2017 through 2020. I think it was pretty dead, but this year it's really looking the goods for me. I think people really underestimate this league. But yes, Premier League, I will do Premier League. I'm always watching the Premier League, obviously. I'm getting up for every game, basically. Hold on here. Wellington here with a chance. No. Good defense there by the Mariners. But I just need to see a little bit more football audience before I start going to Premier League. VTech says, nah, man, I support Mac FC. Nah, bullshit. That's a bullshit, my friend. That is a bullshit, and you know it. Malcolm says, I need a 2-2 so I can cash out. Sub Messi on now, please. If this is a 2-2, mate, I'll make you moderator. All right? If this is 2-2, I make you damn well moderator. I should stop saying that because a couple of times, I've actually been very close to being bloody, slaughtered by doing that. Oh, chance there. No, save there by, but get deep. I said it when it was 1-0 to, I think it was 1-0 to Western United over Central Coast Mariners at half time. And then, no, what was it, 2-1? No, it could have actually been the Western United versus Perth Glory game. I said to somebody, if it ends up being 3-3, because he was predicting 3-3. That's right. I am right. So it was 1-0 to Western United at half time, and some guy said it's going to be 3-3, and I said, there's no way. I said, I'm making a moderator of the channel if this ends 3-3, right? And then it was 3-3 with like 20 minutes to go, because we all know how that game went. It ended up being 5-4. Thank the Lord that hit more than 3-3, because I was shitting it at one stage. But 70 minutes gone here, guys. 20 minutes to go. It is still 2-0 here to the Mariners. Wellington with the red card. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. And we still have an injury here to Devere. Brisbane Royal Post says, City are going to win the league. Oh, that was me just there. Yes, we are going to win the league, yeah. Well, I could have told you that months ago. Actually, if you go and look at my preseason predictions, told you that preseason. Fatima says, hi. Hello, Fatima. Will Blasey says, you're really enjoying the EPL of Man City? Yes, sir. We deserve it after what we had to go through pre-2008, mate. I only had about 4 or 5 years of what we had pre-2008, but, or 4 years. But, 4 or 5 years. It was like late 2003, 2004. But, yeah, we deserve it after the shit we went through previously. So I'm very happy. People said, you'll never catch United. Well, guess what? It might take a while, but we are. We will. Maybe not will, but we'll start to compete very much so in regards to the trophies in a probably a good 5-10 years, depending if we can keep up the momentum, and we can continue to purchase well. And chance here, Mariners to put this one completely to bed, make it 3-0. No, it's gonna be a free kick here to the Mariners outside the box. Free kicks to the Mariners outside the box here in a good position. If we can keep up this momentum, we're catching. Phoebe Moore says, as an Australian, I feel obliged to support the A-League regardless of the standard that we witness weekly. I disagree with your last part about that. I agree with the whole comment, but I also somewhat disagree with the last part about that because I disagree with the standard. The standard is actually pretty good this year. I really enjoy the standard this year. But overall, I do feel obliged to, support our local league, and you're 100% right in that, and everyone should feel obliged to support their local league rather than just support your Premier League or your La Liga or, MLS, I guess, ish, your Bundesliga. You should feel obliged to support your local team, but also you can obviously watch because you want to watch the best football in the world in the Premier League. I get it. But hold on here, 1 second here. The Mariners are going to have a free kick opportunity right outside the box. They haven't even decided who's taking the free kick yet, buddy. The whistle's already gone, buddy. Gee whiz, mate. I think this should be a goalie. This should be a goalie. Matty Simon! No, goes right to the... Stupid. Right into the feet of the defenders. So Muratovic going to break away there. Nah, should be a free kick, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I think that everyone should feel obliged to support their local league. Even if their league is bloody Moldova. You know what I mean? Like, shit league. You still should support your local league. Brisbane Royal Post says, you won't win the Champions League, though. I will give you the Premier League. You guys aren't even... Oh! That nearly went in. Jeez. That was ridiculous there from Marinovic. He kicked it straight into the back of Matty Simon's head, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. But it's stupid there. I think that's just a Liverpool fan hating there, to be honest with you, because it makes no sense why you would rule a team out this early when they are running away with it in the league that you told me you guys would win, and someone told me that Liverpool would beat us 4-0 the other day. Will Blasey says, no, I'm going to be honest, I dislike how Man City were bought by a rich bloke. Cool. What about when Chelsea were? Or what about the way that United deal with their business? What about Tottenham? You only dislike City because that's the only one you really know about. But why don't you go and have a talk with how United have been spending the last 5 years with no trophies? Just because you get money, man, doesn't just give you trophies. You need to make the right decisions with your money. Look at Monaco. Look at a lot of other teams. You can dislike us all you like. We don't give a shit. We're the ones winning. I couldn't care less how much you dislike us. Like, it is what it is, man. We weren't the first team to do it. Chelsea were the ones who initiated it. But no one hates Chelsea as much, do they? Because guess what? They don't win as much because they don't do it as much of the right way. But, you guys can hate all you like. So, 74 minutes gone here. 2-0 Mariners. And Mariners here down the right-hand side. Oh, nice little pass there for Matty Simon on the edge. I just love the hate from people. It's like, man, where's the hate for Chelsea who did it, who originated it? Or were you, like, you didn't realise that they were originally, bought over in the beginning? Will Blaze says, no, I dislike those teams. I do go for a proper a proper old school team that does the hard yards. Man, what was City before 2008? Tell me. Tell me right now, what was City before 2008? What would you class them as? Who do you support, by the way? I feel like you're a West Ham. I feel like you're trying to allude to being a West Ham fan here, which is respectable, but also you're not going to have too much fun, I guess, overall. But if you won something ever, it'd be the best feeling in life. Arsenal. Oh, stop it. Oh, bros. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've just listened to a story about supporting a hard, tough old club. And you tell me you support Arsenal? I was thinking you're going to say like a division, like a championship team or a lower Premier League. What the shit, bro? What the shit? What the shit is that? What you mean Arsenal are a proper old school team that does the hard yards? The only reason they do the hard yards is because they get the money and don't put the money in for the fans. They don't put the money into their team. Come on, bro. You can't be giving me this old school tough yard shit and be telling me Arsenal. Like, holy shit. I guarantee you supported the mid-2000s too when they're actually successful. But you don't be giving me this, brother. Don't be giving me this. Don't be giving me this, brother. Don't be giving me this. So 15 minutes to go here of the game. Thing is, when we're not brought by a rich bloke, we have crap owners. You do have crap owners, but you don't be giving me this bloody shit as if like you're a hard nut club. Guarantee you, tell me when you start supporting them and don't lie to. I guarantee you, you're going to say about probably 2000 to 2007. I'd say 2006 maybe. Guarantee you probably started supporting around Thierry Henry. Like if you start supporting Arsenal with no connection after the years of the 90s, there's no way you can be giving me this tough old shit. There's no way. What's this? I'm getting bloody lectured about bloody City when it's some bloody supports Arsenal. What shit? Come on, bros. So 13 minutes left here. Alu Kawhi will be coming on here for the Mariners. So maybe they might be able to put this one to bed. Ashen, you might be right here. Kawhi might be able to do it. Matty Simon will come out here. You just got to remember, Will Blaze, is that you probably could argue and get a good win, in regards to what you're trying to say with someone who doesn't know the Premier League. But when people know the Premier League, you can't be trying to make out like you've suffered the tough yards as an Arsenal fan. Jeez. That's like bloody United fans complaining nowadays because they haven't won in 5-6 years. Like, they've still got a bloody fantastic, successful history in the past. There's no hard yards. There's no hard yards there. Anyone who's a United fan, I guarantee you, they're not a United fan because they've started supporting the last 2-3 years. They've been a United supporter from the last 15, 20, 30 years because of their successes. Just because they've been still supporting through the last 5 years doesn't mean that they're bloody, or the last 8 years arguably, probably 8 years arguably with United, doesn't mean that they're a hard nut, damn well tough supporter going through the tough yards. Just because they didn't get bought over originally, but they've really, their spending in the last decade has been very debatable and questionable overall. Yeah, it's fine to give the big in, but like, you gotta understand like your club. It doesn't feel like you understand your club. Declan Smith says, I started supporting West Ham in 2014. Oh, chance here for Qual. No chance here for the Mariners. Oh, over the bar. Over the bar. Sure you do, Blazy. Declan Smith says, I started supporting West Ham in 2014. I love West Ham. I get around them. They're a tough club to support. They're a real grinding club. They were very close to getting bought over too. Newcastle should have been bought over. But the Premier League unfortunately put a stop to that. But that was infuriating. I wonder if you would have hated Newcastle as much. I wonder if you hated Leicester when they actually got bought over and started making a little bit more money, which was able to help them out quite significantly. But you probably don't know too much about that, my man. Oh, Chancey. Money doesn't guarantee nothing. Look at United spending over the last 10 years. Money guarantees you absolutely jack shit. You need to have the right people dealing with said money to become successful. So yes, we got an advantage, just like Chelsea did. We got an advantage, just like all these other teams did. But we did it the right way. We knew what we were doing. So you can hate all you like, man, but I think the reason why you hate so much, Arsenal fans specifically, is because your club puts you into the shit. So you're jealous that another owner is actually happy to spend with his club, right? Because you've just basically said that you have crap owners, right? So that means that you're frustrated that your owners don't pay money, right? Your owners don't pay the money for their players. So the fans obviously can't enjoy success, right? So basically you're complaining that you don't spend the money to be like your top clubs. So overall, that sounds a bit jealous to me, my friend. Sounds a bit jealous that there's a team that does spend the money. So 80 minutes gone here. So I said, man, you can argue with people who don't know their stuff, but I know my stuff in regards to the Premier League. And chance here for the Mariners over the bar. Over the bar. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. You're still arguing, basically, that your team doesn't spend money. So why are you so upset that a team like mine spends money when you're arguing that you don't spend money? So you want to spend money. So you want to be like the team that I support. So realistically, the only reason you hate us is because you hate us. Am I right? Tell me if I'm wrong. 10 minutes to go here. 10 minutes to go. It is 2-0 to the Mariners. Red card to Wellington. Can't see them coming back here. Declan Smith says, West Ham were almost bought this week and they still might be. Really? I don't even know about this week. I was talking about like 8 years ago. Early 2010s. Alrighty, so here we go. So yeah, don't forget, guys, that thumbs up button. I know we're talking about the Premier League right now, but no. I watch Premier League every day. A-League, A-League is the second league I support, but in the same sense, like, I still love it. I love it more than most people actually imagine. But this game's been a bit of a bore. I guess it was always going to be that way with the red card, though. It was always going to slow down and kind of... Will Blaze says, yes, I do. Thanks, I do know this. Well, it's great you know this. It's just like, because the way you're making it out was like, you hate us because, you hate us because we got money the wrong way. But in reality, that's not why you hate us, because there is no realistically wrong way in football, especially with other teams around the world who have done the exact same thing and failed miserably. Monaco, not naming names, Monaco. The only reason people hate us is because they can't spend money like us. And people don't even know why we were bought over. They don't even understand. They know it. Everyone talks about the takeover. They don't actually understand why the takeover happened. Because there is a very significant reason, and it involves Gillingham in 98, 99? Was it 97, 98 or 98, 99? I was like 3 years old then, if it was 97, 98. Oh, Chancey Wellington. Wellington with a chance. The both team score is on. Wellington! Oh, it's across the goal. Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance. That was the chance. That was the chance. Jeez, that was a good opportunity there. I think he's offside. I think he was offside anyway. I'm not sure. That was tough. That was tough. So only 7 minutes left here. I can't see Wellington do anything, though. I couldn't see Wellington doing anything this whole half. This whole half has been pretty dead for them, to be honest with you. But don't forget, guys, in literally 20 minutes' time, we will be doing the Brisbane Roar game right after this. Let me just move this up a little bit. There we go. We're on 67 likes. 3 likes away, guys. 3 likes away from 70. Smack that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're around here. 3 likes away from 70. But we will be streaming right after this game for my Brisbane boys. I'll be in their den. Hopefully we can get a nice win there. It's a beautiful day, just like it was against the Melbourne Victory the other week. Last weekend, sorry. And we won 5-2 that day. So hopefully we can get the attack and goal, the attack and motions going again. That'd be nice to see. A bit of Wenzel Hall's action. A bit of Scotty McDonald. Well, Blaze says you like your financial fair players rules, do you? I would like you to direct you to the result. I'd like you to direct you to the result of that lawsuit. Do you know the result of that lawsuit? Or are you just going off what the common general consensus is? I would appreciate, yeah. And tell me how that lawsuit went with the financial fair play. Well, how long did Man City get banned from the Champions League again? Can't remember how long we got banned for. It was not fair. Oh, it's not fair. Did they win? Surely, Man City got banned, right? Man City got banned from the Champions League, yeah? Yeah, surely. That's why we're not competing this year, yeah? Man City deserve that ban. Oh, did they get the ban? Did they? I didn't realize you're a lawyer. We got a lawyer in the chat, guys. We got a lawyer in the chat. A man who knows his numbers. A man who knows his numbers. How many years have you been studying law, man? Joe Yang says, what's your prediction for the Brisbane Roar game? I'm going 4-1 Brisbane. I'm going 4-1 Brisbane. I think Brisbane will go and score a few. Martin Bradtree says, smash that like. Let's get Blaze a max number of hits tonight. So Cyberspace realise BKR Sport's the place to be. No, we're growing, man. You know, we're doing our slow growth. And obviously this isn't... Oh, wait a second. Sorry, there's a couple of comments that got hidden. I don't understand why Ignatius Cambreros, your comments got hidden just then. No idea. I just showed them now. Yeah, man, we're just slowly growing. You know, this isn't even our main sport. We're really growing football on the channel though. Like, I never realised how big the football was on the channel until I did the poll the other day. Ignatius says RIP Liverpool. Yeah, RIP Liverpool. Well, Blazey, man, you sound so salty, bros. You sound so salty. Bro, you've really, like, come back to me. Come back to me when, you know, you're not unbelievably jealous that your team's owners put you into the shit, whilst you wish your team owners spent loads of money, right? Jealousy is a sin, my friend. Jealousy is a sin. What about the old Wenger out? How'd that one go? Arsenal fans. See, that's the thing, like, I speak like this because it's a joke. Like, what are Arsenal fans doing talking shit? Like, what's wrong with you guys? What's an Arsenal fan talking shit? Like, you guys have no standing point to talk shit. If you want to talk about 15 years ago, great. You guys were successful then, but, like, you guys still spent money, but you stopped doing the money spending basically after Thierry Henry. Oh, Chelsea Mariners. Oh, I missed that one. Because Arsenal believed that they were always going to be successful without the money. Just because they kept making top four each year didn't mean jack. They won't do anything with the top four. They've never won the Champions League. Like, it was great. Their fans were always like, oh yeah, man, we still made top four. And did what? Like, what does that top four do for you? CP3 says, Blazy, a Liverpool fan. No, he's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan who's trying to tell me that he was going through the hard, like he supports a hard nut team that goes through the tough points, you know, like a real grindy team. Screw off, Arsenal or a grindy team. Get around that. Unreal. An Arsenal fan trying to tell... Like, can you imagine if someone like a Millwall fan was here to watch someone from Arsenal saying they support a really tough grinding team? Like, Ignatius says, Central Coast Mariners have made my jaw drop. I think this game's been okay. It's not been a great game. Phoenix were better until the red card. Mariners are going to win the game 2-0. Fair enough. Oh, maybe not. 2-1 maybe. No, good tackle. Very good tackle. Very good tackle. Unless your intention was to rattle me, you haven't rattled me, bros. You can't rattle me. Unless the Titans lose in the last second, then I get rattled. I get real rattled on the stream if the Titans lose like last second. That's when people can get at me, but people don't really realise it. Or that Brisbane Roar game the other day could have rattled me, but no one got there in time. But yeah, no, look, Mariners have been okay. They're going to get the win, but they haven't played an in-form team yet. Wait till they play Brisbane Roar. Wait till they play Sydney FC when they're in form. Wait till they play Perth Glory, and wait till they play Macarthur. The next team, out of all those four teams, the next time they play one of them is Perth Glory, and that's not until beginning of March. Like, they're still going to get a lot of routes about them until beginning of March, but then when they start playing these bigger teams, the teams that actually are in form, then we're going to start to see a little bit more of a reality for them. Now, if they win those games, then it'll be like, boom, now I'm talking. Now we're talking. Mariners are really here to stay. But until they win those games, I can't guarantee it just yet. Gary Townsend says Central Coast Mariners can win the championship. No. Will Blazy says Man City have the easy way out. Oh. Bro, you're so salty, bro. You've embarrassed yourself this whole time, bros. I'd probably cut it, to be honest with you. Martin Bradstreet says if it hit the woodwork. They hit the woodwork before. Ignatius says wait till they play Victory. Oh, okay, well no. Been a tough year for you, actually. You know, obviously Liverpool falling out now. You know, I don't see them come back now, and obviously Victory probably going to come last this year. But then again, that's what you get for saying Liverpool win 4-0, eh? Isaac Van Welt says, are you allowed to broadcast any sports or not because of copyright? Nah, copyright, man. Copyright. Nah, we're Blazy. I'm done replying to you, brother. You know, we've had that conversation. That took up a lot of the conversation. Lex L says, the moment Liverpool, you've already been, slaughtered, so like you can keep cracking on as much as you like. Lex L says, the moment Liverpool became injury riddled is the day. Hold on, chance here for Mariners. Chance here for Mariners, inside the box, whip it in. That should be a goal. Oh, bro, they messed it up themselves. Oh, Qual missed it. How did he miss that? Should have been 3-0. Should have been 3-0. Qual will miss that. Alex L says, the moment Liverpool became injury riddled is the day it became a one-horse race. City can't lose it this year. It would have been a close race otherwise between those two. I think the City this year were always going to win it because it's just that kind of year. I don't think Liverpool haven't won a Premier League title before last year. So obviously going back to back is very difficult. You don't see many teams doing it anymore because of how difficult it is. I think City would have won it. It would have been a lot closer than it's probably going to eventuate to. But Leicester are given a good account for themselves. I guess United will still be there. I don't think Liverpool fall out of the top four. I think a lot of Chelsea fans think they'll make top four. I still think Liverpool get there. But I did say before the season that they'll really find it difficult to do anything this year because they play through their fans. They really play through the energy and the passion of their Liverpool fans at Anfield. And that's the biggest loss for them for me. So, yeah, look, I think City, obviously, they get the win. But... I think they were going to win regardless, to be honest, this year. I don't know about next year, but, City are pretty well built for a long-term thing as well. It's very long-term built at Man City. So, it's tough to see them falling away next year. They're always in it. They're always in it regardless. There will be an off year every now and then, and last year, I guess, was a relatively off year, and that's why Liverpool won by so much. And Liverpool have an off year this year. They'll still be back next year. If the fans are back next year, they could easily go and win it. But then again, a lot of their players are also starting to falter a little bit. They're not providing the consistency that Liverpool fans believe that would be overall coming with the team. But yes, the injuries did obviously play a massive part too. Don't get me wrong. Declan Smith says, did you know that Arsenal haven't lost in the Champions League since 2016? I love it. That's a cracker. No, enough of the Arsenal stuff, man. He's hurting too much as it is. CP3 says, to win a title in any team sport, you need a solid squad and be lucky with injuries. Yes, people forget about the injury part. You do need a solid team overall, obviously. But by the way, there's 5 minutes added on here, guys. 4 minutes left of the game. It is 2-0 Mariners. Don't forget, smack the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. But yeah, injuries is a big old part. It's a big old part. You actually find that a lot with baseball, more so as well with the pitchers. It really comes down to, a pitcher injuries, whether a team can go the distance. It's a very specific sport for injuries. But yeah, look with the rugby league. Some teams look at Roosters last year, I guess, actually. The Roosters fell apart because their team was just riddled with injuries the whole year. Look at, I think Collingwood were pretty bad last year for injuries too, actually. They completely fell away. And obviously, my boys, Geelong, beat them by 70 in the quarterfinals. So, chance here, Mariners. No, Wellington will clear that one away. Billy McHugh says, Silky, Ilkay Gundogan is on fire. Your defense is terrifying. Gundogan's on fire. Yeah, he's been fantastic recently, man. He can't do no wrong, son. He can't do no wrong. He's scoring braces bloody every second game, son. He's killing it. He didn't start off his career at City too well, but he's definitely come strong. I think people just needed to... Oh, good chance for Wellington. Oh, Wellington. No, that's going to go for the keeper. Ignatius says, the best comeback with injuries in sport was with the Richmond Tigers in 2019. Oh, no. Well, you don't watch other sports, though, brother. You're like, well, you might. I don't know. But, there's been a lot of really significant comebacks and wins with significant injuries in sport around the world. There's been a shit ton. Gary Town says, Central Coast Mariners beat MacArthur. Yeah, but, they haven't been good into the last two games. They've started to click now. I forgot about the MacArthur game, though. But they've started to click. MacArthur, for the first start of the season, were horrific. They were so bad. They were boring as shit. Their attack didn't work. Their midfield was okay. Their defense was good, but it just didn't work. That game was an absolute shitfest of a game, too. MacArthur were the better team. Well, dominant team. They weren't the better team. They were the more dominant team for the entire game. They gave up a goal. It was 1-0 to Mariners on the break in the first half, which was just a shit-house goal. And then the second half, it was because MacArthur were attacking in the last 5 minutes and Mariners got another goal. That game, you don't base it off. And Sydney is somewhat more to base it off, but in the same sense, not really. There's a long way to go here for the Mariners to still prove that they are a genuine team. They haven't played an informed team. Inform is the key words here. Not just a team like those four, an informed team. MacArthur are now informed. Perth are still in form. Brisbane Roar are still in form. Sydney FC are now in form. They weren't in form before. An informed team is the one we're looking for. If they beat an informed team, then bingo, I'll be the first to admit that they are a genuine title contending team. But until they play an informed team, I'm not admitting jack shit. Martin Bradshaw says, Wellington was with a key striker tonight. His last name is Hamed, I believe. Yeah, Tomo Hamed? Tomo Hamed. Yeah, Hamed's not been playing today, but it wouldn't have made too much of a difference with the red card. Tomo Hamed. Hasn't done too much this season, though, to be honest with you. So 1 minute to go here of the game, guys. Don't forget, I will be starting up another stream in 10 minutes' time for the Brisbane Roar versus Newcastle Jets game. Yeah, there's a couple nice little Mariners support there in the corner. Didn't see that before. Martin Bradshaw says, so that didn't help. I feel bad for the Phoenix being from New Zealand not having a real home advantage here. Yeah, well, exactly. Well, bingo. But in the same sense, like, Hamed wouldn't have done too much of a difference, in my opinion. No, but that's good, though. It's good to see those Mariners fans out and about. Too bad they haven't been around for the last, 10 years. But good to see them out and about now. So the game is over, guys. It will finish off 2-0 here. The Mariners definitely deserve the win. Obviously, the red card threw that game completely out of whack, but there we go. The Mariners get the win, and you'd be very happy with that if you're a Mariners fan. Obviously, still a long, long way to go to prove this team is a genuine title contending threat. But just win the games. Just get your wins. Get your wins from the board. And see you later. You got a real red hot chance to prove to everyone that they are the real deal. But guys, I'm going to jump off for now. I'm going to see you in 10 minutes time for the Brisbane Roar game. My Brisbane Roar boys taking on the Newcastle Jets. Appreciate you guys as always. I will see you guys very soon. Smash a thumbs up button, subscribe when you're around here, and I'll see you guys in 10 minutes time. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later.